Recording, just transition that. Boom! Oh, wait a sec. The stream hasn't started yet. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Chocks, what I've noticed by using this
Are they going to
via
charge me to use that can? Actually, every sound. It's not like a distinctive can opening noise, is it? We'll get fined.
Well, you're telling me that every time you open it, it's going to sound like
Yeah.
like a Red Bull specific sound.
That's right.
Unfortunately, Chocks, I'm finding this is a little bit jerky with this connection, but it is what it is.
What connection?
Using the USB and a connection on that, it's basically if you do this, it's gonna start. Look, you see, it jerks.
Ah.
It's a little bit nerky.
Because of that cable.
Must be. Oh, turn this back on. Turn on the fan.
Just open the windows.
No, it's gonna be loud, yo. Loud. Oh, who do we have in the house? Welcome. It is 10 p.m. or 10:01.
Alright.
On the 12th of January, it is this week's Friday Q&A with Chocks A number 50.
Free.
It is an absolute honor to be doing the second week this year.
Alright.
And as always, good morning, America, good afternoon, EU, good evening, Asia, and a very good evening to our Australian family.
Yes.
How you guys doing? What time is it where you are? What should you be doing instead of hanging out with your
Saturday for
F4F
them.
fam?
I believe that.
For the Aussies.
Yeah, it's a Saturday for them.
In some areas. Just snuck in there. Otherwise, it is the early start to the Friday morning for Americans.
Good morning.
Oh, Argentina. Matthias, I like it. Oh, De Jesus in the house. Where is Michelle Rodriguez? Oh, PP in the house. How's it going? PP in the house.
PP.
Philip Perez.
Ah.
The double P. A PP.
Quite a lot of questions from PP today.
Is it?
Yeah.
I know he has himself a nice little From software community called the Blood Souls. The From
Bloodsuckers.
Blood. Let us know in the comments, PP, for a shout out to your group. All about the Bloodborne, all about the Dark Souls. It might be Demon Souls. Is it just From Software in general, or is it?
What?
I'm just checking in with PP.
Yeah.
Much appreciated for waking up for us.
Exciting news this week.
Yeah.
Lots of exciting
Lots
things
of things
happening this week.
Yeah, John. Unfortunately, I've used an extension cord for the. Should I just take it off and see if that take off the, and then change it later? What do you think?
Yeah. Is it that bad? Is it that jerky?
Yeah. Well, it's a bit jerky
Guys,
there.
is it really that? If it is, might as well just change it.
If it's every, let's see if it's every. What? So if it's been like 10 seconds, I haven't been there. So it's probably every 20 seconds. What do you think? It's a bit annoying, yeah? Especially you've got 3 hours to go through it.
Yeah.
All right, let me switch it back.
All right then.
Hold down the fort.
The
Chocks.
screen will just go blank
It should do
for like a
and then
second,
I can
isn't it?
Something like that.
That's
As long as
alright.
we'll
Yeah.
figure it out. Take this one out.
Hello, Courtney Calvin.
Alright, it should be popped off. Is that right?
Don't know.
Should it do? You can see on my OBS.
Nope.
Yes.
It's frozen.
Okay. But you can at least still hear us, right?
I don't know.
Should be able to still hear us.
You guys hear us?
Then, if I go back over here, you should definitely be able to hear us. If I go back to the main stream, go back over here. Soulsborne, deactivate and activate. Are we back at it again?
Hello, Jessica.
Boom! Back at it again. I love it when I know that IT sheet.
You haven't reviewed anything.
I shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. What is up, guys? Alright, so hopefully now it should be nice and, smooth. William Jamal Emmanuel. Is that a... Oh, 101, 104 Chocks.
Wow, that was quick.
3 lucky winners for a chance to win 500 war points next week. Oh, JC in the house. How's it going, Jessica? How is your early day going? How's your week going, Marcella?
Got 2 days off.
2 days off. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. That's right, Angel or Angel. It is pre-order after the stream. meaning that you have time to come back in about 2 hours or so. We will then show you what our, Ornstein looks like, and then we will give all the information about how it's tickling 1,000. Oh shit! Did I say that out loud? We're going to talk about that in Cups of Coffee. Have we talked about that Cups of Coffee yet? We had to figure that all out and come back with all the prices. Yeah, I've got the calculator here, all good and ready to go. Cedric Bardot, how's it going? Yeah.
Is it still jumpy?
No, it shouldn't be.
Oh, jump on this there.
Oh, what? Let me just see if it's my PC.
You've got nothing else, right? It's not
It shouldn't be.
It's not
Let's
like
stop that.
virus checking or anything like that.
Might be. I'm stopping that. Are you dabbing?
Yes.
Are you dabbing? What about the company policy about no dabbing in the office?
Really?
Yeah.
No dabbing with the statues.
You dabbing. Unfortunately, that was quite smoothly picked up, and it didn't jerk away from that.
Did you jerk with the dabbing?
It didn't, unfortunately.
See?
Oh, that's high. Why is that?
Still
That's
jumpy.
High. That's jumpy. That's 54%.
Oh god! Did you reset your PC?
I did reset my PC.
What's a dark should switch? Mark Johnston. Dark Souls. Switch.
It's a little bit jerky.
Still.
Ein bisschen. Yeah.
We'll just stay still.
Just stay still,
Stay
right?
still. The voice is fine, right? We just stay still.
Dabbing near some statues. Guys, do we have
I'm not getting those messages.
any... I've got Praise the Moon. Are you be able to write stuff and go into the...
No, I can't even go on the main page. I do everything on my phone. It's stupid.
That's
Is this
ridiculous.
something to do with the settings?
I'm not sure. Let me just refresh. I'm going to restart this just in case to see if... No, that shouldn't make a difference on it because it's on this side that there's issues.
Still jerking. It's not jerking.
It is a little bit jerky. Unfortunately, it is. All right, sorry about that, guys. Raudel. Now, what I was want to ask today, do we have any F4F Friday Q&A with Chocks A virgins in the house that we're popping some cherries tonight? We always like to pop our at least one a week, Chocks.
Yes, indeed.
Any F4F Friday Q&A virgins in the house, let us know if this is your first stream. We would love to know.
Are there any new Dark Souls fans in the house?
Indeed.
Please make sure you join the Collectors Club. Got lots of information with regards to Dark Souls going to be posted soon after the stream.
Indeedy.
Yeah. See, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting Michael Lyes or Eric's or Radel or Arnold.
Refresh yours.
I did. I closed it.
Ah.
I closed it and left.
But you're looking at it under who?
Under First for Figures.
See, I've done it under myself.
I can't look at it under myself.
That's ridiculous. Oh, Eric de Graaf. Pop goes the cherry.
Ornstein high. Came here for Ornstein.
Nice. I love it. Eric Utemolen lying through his teeth.
I found out we had tons and tons of
Michael Lai.
Chinese fans in China.
Really?
Yeah.
We've got some orders already on Thingy Bomb.
No, just after speaking to certain individual in Shanghai.
Right.
He's like, oh, we've got lots of fans in China.
Really?
Yeah, he watches our stream.
Really?
Yeah.
你好. 毛泽东好.
All in Cantonese and Chinese right now, and everything else. We'll have English subtitles. We're going to switch and change it to a Mandarin channel.
Really?
Apparently.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
And
we can talk a little bit about that later on.
Yeah, and that thing has, apparently, it's like a lot of.
I already know.
A lot of people know. Yeah.
Yeah, of course they bloody do. It's the internet. Time difference for China is exactly at the same time as in Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Marcella is asking for another. But Sif, you can go on the wait list. You could try your luck with that. People always cancel around about now. So
But
we'll
guys,
talk
just
about
give you a
wait
heads
list a
up.
little bit later on.
If you do jump on it, You got to make that quick because chances of that.
It's going down and down and down.
It's more. It's gonna. It's because now the chance of going sold out is becoming reality.
What, before even delivering it all?
Yeah.
Oh,
But the thing
it
is
what it is.
That one.
Hmm. Do you have enough?
Yeah, and that one.
Hmm.
Might not have enough.
Hmm. Well, that is what it is, isn't it? Hmm.
You know that rule.
Matthew Aku is finished. We've had his last chance weekend.
Jump on the wait list.
Jump on the wait list. Gonna go into production after Chinese New Year. Send me my Kirby. No plans. No words still on the date of final payment and ship. Journey to Jesus.
Maybe you're in the second shipment, Johnny.
Is there more than one?
Yeah. If you don't receive an email with regards to final payment, chances are you're in the second shipment. If not, if you, like I say, if you're concerned, hit up CS, so you get an explanation from Brenda and Phil.
Cool. I just saw a Cypriot name, Greek name. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. Is there any updates on Guts release date? Well, pre-orders will probably be kicking off in maybe a month and a half.
Sometime in Q1.
Sometime in Q1.
Yeah.
Although I do legit need to look at that pre-order thingy, but because if people were like asking, I should probably do that.
Okay.
The pre-order calendar. Yeah. What's up, Sasha? Thanks very much for waiting for Ornstein. Is it your first stream? If it is, just to let you know, Ornstein will be shown in about 2 hours' time. There's still a bit of things to go through, which we will now kick off this week's Week in Review, kicking it off with announcements, Chocks.
All right, guys. So notices for this week. As you guys know, we're gonna start the reservation period for Ornstein tonight, but at the same time, we have a last chance weekend for Shovel Knight.
Fuck me.
And that reply does not mean for Shovel Knight. Alright. Just be careful, alright? Stop breaking things.
Alright.
So, yes, Shovel Knight.
At least it wasn't a statue. Tell that to Jeffrey. He keeps breaking all the statues. I'm Phil.
Got so many troublemakers this week.
What?
Yeah, so Shovel Knight Last Chance Weekend will be happening tonight. From Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then we'll close the Last Chance Weekend for Shovel Knight on Tuesday when we get back to work. Yeah, once we're back in the office. So, guys.
Is Shovel Knight this week?
Yeah, Last Chance Weekend, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for keeping up to date. Yeah, so 12th January, Last Chance Weekend. Guys, there's no news with regards to the green variant at all, so you know, it might be something that we'll look into in the future, but Shovel Knight, if you've played the game or you're still on the fence, make sure you jump on the Last Chance Weekend.
Boom.
And give that statue line a chance.
Boom.
Right. Out in the wild, you know, shipments, as you guys will know, quite a few fighter Kirby's are popping up in the club and out of the club. Same with the Soul Calibur 2 Nightmare. And
excellent. Let us know if you've picked up a fighter Kirby. Have you received one? Have you picked up a Nightmare? Did you get one? Let us know in the comments if you're waiting for one, or you've ordered it, you're on the wait list, and let us know if you have received it, what you think of it.
Yeah, and same goes with some of the torch rings as well with the F4F partnerships. Apart from that, the only other item that we're kind of waiting for pictures and videos would be Dark Souls Sith. And it seems like quite a few people have started to receive their emails and posted that in the club saying Sith is being shipped. So maybe some people are receiving theirs today. Apparently some guys are receiving their products on Friday as well. So
perfect timing.
Yeah. So that's kind of what's been going on this week with regards to shipments.
Yeah, it's been exciting. I mean, you know, to have two, and that's usually what's happening now. We consolidate because we have Chocks, so many new, you know, warehouses that we have to split up all the shipments more. And if we split up the shipments more, Chocks, it means that they get bunched together, and therefore when they get bunched together, they all receive all at the same time, as opposed to what we used to do when we used to have maybe 5 items a year. Right. It basically meant that the next item wasn't coming for 3 months. So you would just, doesn't matter if it didn't fill a container, you would just ship it. Yeah. So it would just, you know, one will come out, and then one will come out, one will come out. Times are different, Chocks. I think
And on top of that, guys, just be wary, because what Alex was saying, if things are bunched together and shipped out together, just make sure you budget sensibly.
Yeah.
Just make sure you know that the final payment will include the shipping charge as well. So work a few things around, open up a spreadsheet or something. It really helps doing that as a collector, because you have a lot of statues that are, you know, not just our products but obviously other products, and you know, it's nice to have a spreadsheet in front of you so you can budget for when shipment comes out.
Of course. So what do I see here? I see Brendan. Shout out to one of the Rastero brothers, lovely admin, who says that he'll be receiving both his Fighter Kirby and Nightmare sometime today, which is great news. Let us know as soon as you get it in the Addy chat first to make sure everything's okay. Then we have Lisa Wyckoff says Fighter Kirby will be arriving very soon, and she's looking forward to it because she thinks it's going to look awesome. Fingers crossed on that. Andy's come in to say yo about Ornstein before he goes off for a day of meetings. Good luck with that, and hopefully we'll see you afterwards. What is going on, Miguel Galvez? Working really hard with the blogs. Sorry, mate, I haven't had a chance really to be chatting with you this week. I've been chock full of licensing meetings and, you know, all that sort of stuff. We'll talk a little bit more about that a little later on, but thanks for joining in. He's got a class in session for the Shovel Knight. Can convince a few people on the fence. Nice one. Has that been written up?
Yeah, it's been written up. It needs to be looked into before we launch it, but we've got to do the other stuff first. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Because I need to launch that. I need to then boost. All that. Okay.
A lot of stuff. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yo. Nick is from Cali. What is going on? Oh, first wild Sith is now being confirmed in the club. Wow.
In the club?
Must have just happened then. Let me see. De Jesus says only a pick of the shipper. Oh my God. Let's always ship.
I know that.
Oh, look at that. Jean-Maxime Marlowe just received Sith, first one in the wild, 21 minutes ago, with a popper on the top.
What number is that?
Look at that. Look at that, guys. Awesome. That's Sith scale as well. I think Sith's probably bigger than him, actually. That is cute. OMG. Bust him out quick. Bust him, bust her. We know there's a schlong underneath that.
Him or her?
We shall see. Oh, they're all up for delivery. It's all looking very, very exciting. Have to see what's going on. Stephanie Swan, if the price is good for Yakuza.
What?
Yakuza has been interesting. Well, we can talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that when we talk about TT.
Yes. All right, cool. All right, Chocks, have you done with all your announcements?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, let's kick off the week in review. Last Friday, there was not much. We didn't do much on the stream-wise. That was just, you know, Friday Q&A, yo. There was nothing. There was no last chance weekend. There was no pre-order.
Well, let's start off with a week in review, right? 2 years.
I'm just reviewing Friday, yeah. We didn't do anything. Let's just confirm we did nothing last week. And
last week was welcome back 2018. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
All that stuff, yeah.
On the 8th of January 2016, I said to myself, what's this button? Group? Create a group? What's that all about? Click on that, yeah? Now what? Click on a group, yeah. It's just me in here. What's that?
Yeah?
Then,
or your lonely self.
Yeah. And then I shared that into the main Facebook page, and I said, I don't know, it's a club.
Did you send out a newsletter about it?
Nah. So, I don't know what it is. Yeah, just go on there and just, I don't know. And then the people came, Chocks. In the first, I can remember, I did it quite late, and I was up until 2 or 3 in the morning, and I think at least 500 before I went to bed. And it was click to accept people coming in. And then at that time, I said, whoa, okay, I'm going to go to bed, and people are still wanting to come in. I was absolutely flabbergasted at the response of people coming in. And then when I was in them, they're coming in, they're posting their collections. I was just like, that's amazing. This is something really cool. And then, of course, I said, are there any volunteers that may want to be an admin to help accepting people in, etc., etc.? And, you know, we have OG admins in the house. Shout out to them. And they held the torch and kept on going. And obviously they've been, you know, with us ever since, and, you know, fantastic. 2 years ago that happened. 36,000 members later. Back at it again. 8th of January 2018. Thank you so much for being with us on this journey. 2 years in the club. Couldn't be happier. Chocks.
Yeah, 2 years. It's gone really quick. Definitely. I mean, it's going very well. And still exciting as it is on the first day. I mean, it's a lot busier, talking every single day, lots of PMs. But all in all, yeah, happy about it.
Are the
What?
comments working for you, Chocks?
Like I said, my comments here are not showing right. I can't tell.
Yeah.
I have to base on that screen.
I'm a bit concerned that it's not even working on this side. So, you know, it is definitely been an amazing journey, and 2 years back at it again, and we will continue to keep on going. And I look forward to every day, come into the club, see what's going on. Always very, very exciting to see that. It's different, yeah. Yeah. Right now I'm under F4F. If I do it under, does that make any difference?
Probably.
We'll see. All right, cool. Then, can you guys just like write something? I just want to test to make sure that the comments are working. Morning, Shane. I think it probably is working. Just testing that. Right, so that was the week in review. Then some Sonic 25th anniversary bellies, a circular bellies.
Yeah.
That was quite cute, the way they were painting it, and it goes all around, all of that sort of stuff. So that is looking really tight.
Is anyone typing anything?
What is up, Nick? Yeah, it says working in the same test, so that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah, that's cool. That's great. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah, a little bit delay.
Tekken, production. This is all production stuff.
Production stuff.
Jin working on the bass, working on the hands, painting on the hands. That's coming on. They're actually asking me to go sometime next week to go to the factory. So I've got to do a couple of factory runs.
So you got like
There's quite a lot before Chinese New Year.
2-3 days going up next week.
I'm not sure about next week. Maybe it's a week after. Obviously, John's here for the following week.
Yeah.
Some stuff to go through with that. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of stuff happening in the factories. You know, we're trying to get stuff out before Chinese New Year, Chocks.
Alright.
There's a lot of stuff. 14 things. What's up, guys? Pop goes. Indeed. So the MGS, there's a couple of updates on that. We went both clear, the OG original clear version.
Yeah.
And today I also did the neon edition, neon green edition, also known as AKA, affectionately known as the Nanase edition. That was posted today. I was at the factory today, and that was looking really cool. We should be able to wrap that up very, very soon, and I think we're going to be able to then bring up Snake for his last chance.
Not last chance.
I mean, not last chance. His real order.
His
second real order, yeah. And I need to go back and consider how we're doing it for the clear and the Nanase version, the neon green version.
Yeah.
Because last time we talked about having one day. I'm just a little bit concerned about that. We need to figure out how we're going to do that, because it's kind of hard to let people know. I don't know about if it's available for one day. We'll see. So in terms of other production stuff, let's go through all the production stuff.
Yeah, sure. So Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask.
Tons and tons of photos of Majora's Mask.
Right now, the factory is basically going, you know what? The Spyro packaging isn't done yet. It's not been approved. Right. Majora's Mask has been done. They kind of just gone, you know what? We're just, because it's the same factory, Chocks. So they're going to go, fuck it. We're going to go hard on MM.
Yeah.
And leave Spyro. And try and get out
as much Majora's Mask as possible.
The majority of the MM. So the MMM.
Yeah.
Rather than half and half.
Yeah.
Or, not enough of each.
Yeah.
So we're pushing hard on the MM. Especially because that came out much earlier in the year. It was a year ago, basically.
Yeah.
It was the first pre-order, of course, of
2017.
Yeah, exactly right.
Which is good. Makes sense.
Yep. So
there's been a lot of sanding, prepping, puttying, painting lines, making mistakes and correcting the mistakes, spraying the whole...
Base videos, base pictures. Don't even go there, Nanase. Don't even. Yeah. Don't even go there.
So that was Majora's Masks. And keeping in the same Zelda theme, You also continue doing some Breath of the Wild processes with the PVC link, with the stamping on the eyes, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
Using the white marshmallow stamping on the eyes.
Yes, I love that thing.
Going down the assembly line,
Yep.
also stamping on these edges of the base.
Yeah.
And you're saying the bases were stamped twice because, you know, it's tougher to have that printed on, so the process is done twice.
Karina, this was gifted to me by David. Shout out to David. Is he streaming? Is he watching? Is he live blogging?
No, he was sleeping earlier on, so he could wake up to live blog this.
No. So is he here?
I don't know.
Is he live blogging?
And then Katamari. We had a QC individual inspecting Katamari as it's being packed. You posted a video about it.
Oh, just the packing process, yeah.
But there was a QC lady checking in.
Yeah. Just a bit of an insight on the actual line, because normally when I do my production videos, it's just normally going, yeah, it's okay to go to packing, and then that's the packing.
Are you kidding me?
Are you fucking serious right now?
That's not the fire alarm, is it?
It's not the fire alarm, is it? That'd be much louder.
It should be much louder. That's the exit door, isn't it? Let me I'll have a look, right?
You better have a look. Be careful of taking... Jesus. Should be a pole vaulter. Guys, there is a alarm going on outside, and it is 10:30 p.m. As much as I love doing the Friday Q&As, I don't want to roast the live just to make sure it is not an actual fire. We'll see soon enough.
That is stupid.
What is it?
It's the building opposite ours. But there's nobody in it. Their door's locked. It's not a glass door. You know how they have a wooden door? That wooden door's locked, but their alarm system is going crazy.
Close our doors, please. Just to try and slightly... Can you guys hear that? Let us know if you can hear that alarm. I like that Nana say, busting out the Andrew Sachs. I know nothing. I'm from Barcelona. Loving the Faulty Towers, Manuel.
Can they hear it?
Probably not too bad. That roof is on fire. They can hear it, yeah. Well, we've closed the door. Might be slightly less of an issue, but it's still there. How long do you think it will last for?
Don't know.
They can hear it in the background. We'll close the door. Hopefully it'll be
we've
a little
closed
bit
the
better.
door.
You can't hear it if we put you on mute. You couldn't hear it then, could you? Yeah, okay. So that's what the Majora's Mask, you know, people are, you know, there's more stuff happening on that because we're pushing to get that done, which is why majority of the videos and the photos were on the Majora's Mask.
Right.
Yeah. Katamari just talked about Breath of the Wild processes. I ran a poll which was very lukewarm for Okami life-size props.
Yes,
it seems to be not too much.
Yeah, that was posted right after last week's stream. So, guys, if you still want to make an opinion with regards to life-size props for Okami line, just do a quick search in the group. It's
stop, guys.
Stop. Yeah. So do a quick search in the group, and do let us know. Not just Okami, it could be any other line as well.
Right. Okay. Then.
What?
The website.
Yep, website. So.
How long has it been?
That's just one of many. There's so much more features that we need to do.
1 year it's been to finally... it's not even in production yet, is it? Is it still on stage? Not even in production yet?
I don't know.
I believe it's still on stage.
Really?
You know.
Oh, that wasn't saying, oh, here you go, guys, go check it out.
No. This is what we're working on.
Oh, well.
I don't think it's yet there, but there is the development of the...
See, I don't know what those guys are doing. They're like really quiet. They go, hey guys, I just added this new feature in. Tell your club guys, we got this new feature. We don't know that. We need that. We need that constant update.
Then that's what the mornings are for.
What mornings?
The mornings. They're here every morning. That's the time to talk to them about that sort of stuff.
But we don't know unless they tell us hey guys, we got this new feature. Or, hey guys, now you can edit your credit card info. Hey guys, you can update your new billing info.
Well, it's not like that happens all the time. You know, once every year. Yeah.
But yeah, any new features, let CS know or let.
Well, he let me know, I guess.
Or the F4F team Skype thing. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, anyway, so with regards to that, there is going to be, if it's not in state production yet, it's going to be basically, you will be able to finally see where you are on the list, where you are on the scale of your F4F reward points. So if you're on entry and you're working towards bronze, you get to see whereabouts you are before leveling up. How many points that you have pending, and all that sort of goodness. So you'll be able to find
your lifetime achievement bar.
Exactly.
Yeah. So think of it like Street Fighter, the Street Fighter game, the health bar.
Now that's the wrong way to think about it because you're going the other way.
No. But some of the fighting games is like you hit them.
Yeah, and it comes back.
Semi-transparent.
It comes back if you don't get hit.
It fills up the next round. So it's kind of like
it doesn't fill up. It actually goes back up if you don't get touched.
Yeah, if you don't get touched, but there's some fighting games where that it'll fill back up. Yeah, but anyway, there's like 2 bars within the same bar.
Right.
Yeah.
And right now it's a zoomed in view, so it's always zoomed in on what level you're in.
Right.
And of course, if you were to zoom out, if you were to zoom in and look between entry level and bronze, you know, it is what it is. It takes, I think it's 5,000. Yeah. How you're coming on that, and progression, they'll go up and up and up. If you zoom out from, because there hopefully will be an option later on from the overall complete bar, which is from 0 to plat.
Right. All right.
If you zoom out, any kind of like effort that you're doing will be like a sliver and not even register. And the reason behind that, then, Chocks, is because it takes a mil to get to plat. But what it's not clear is that there are multipliers. When you are an entry-level guy, $1 nets you 5 reward points, right? But $1 at plat.
And this legend, there needs to be a legend on the page explaining
nets you 30. Well,
yeah.
I should say at titanium, it nets you 25. So of course, it makes it much easier to level up. So yes, it's 1,000,000 points, but when you're on 500,000, it's not like it's much easier and faster. It's like a multiplier effect.
And something that was working this week is if you previously pre-ordered on one of the lower levels, and then you got your points and your product after it's been released, but your points will be counted if you pass that threshold onto the next level. Yeah, those points, those previous points that you gathered during pre-order will be calculated on the new level.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's working as well, guys.
Yeah, I think it was Stephen Felt.
Yeah, there was a couple of guys that was like saying, hey, that feature's working, so, which is good. You'll be earning points based on the new level. Double reward points. That's double earnings there.
This guy, Jean-Maxime Marlowe.
What's up? He's
teasing us. It's like, there's still lots of pictures of his papa. But none of Pacific. He hasn't busted it open yet. I'm always just checking out to make sure, see how that's coming along. So the...
it's like French version of Paris.
A French version of Paris.
Yeah.
Like, because Paris is not a French version of Paris.
No, Paris,
Thai version. Thai version. Pomeranian. Pomeranian.
Pomeranian?
That's the type of doggy.
Oh. Who's? That one?
Paris. And that one.
Oh, right, okay.
Are both the same. But not the same, really, you know what I mean? Like, Bella ain't no Sheba. Bella's Bella.
Bella's fake Sheba.
Yeah. What? Bella's fake what? She's not. She's a Mongkok Sheba.
She's been muted.
She's so quiet, isn't she?
She is.
Okay.
Right, so that's kind of like that. You know, the usual weekly stats.
The
blog.
Facebook muting.
Facebook's been doing a lot of updates.
It has been a lot of updates.
There's a mute feature.
And how close have the addies have got their fingers itchy on that? But no one's actually been...
No, we haven't muted anyone.
We haven't had the inaugural muted person yet.
Very close, yeah.
Close quite a few times, right?
Yeah. You guys know who you are. If you received a picture from me, you guys know who you are.
But no, so far so good. No one's been muted.
Yeah.
So far so good. So far so good. No.
Let's see how long you guys can last.
Oh, Nana says he's got a Pommy as well.
Yeah.
He's got a Pomeranian. Yeah, nice. Yes, Joshua. Ornstein will be going up for PO later today. What is up, Jordan?
So that's what
Jordan
it says.
has a hedgehog, and it's quite a cute name. It's like Quilbert or something like that. What is the name of your hedgehog, Jordan? Let me know in the comments.
Gilbert. Gilbert's a cartoon character.
No, Quilbert or something, because it's got quills, right?
Ah, okay.
You know, it's a hedgehog, right? I can't remember what the name is. I was like, I can't remember. It was quite a cute name for a hedgehog. It was like, got a picture of him on his shoulder.
Oh, that is that. It's all done there. There's that.
Yeah. So obviously this week talking about Dark Souls. Let's talk about what we had no idea what was happening. We had no idea that yesterday. No idea that yesterday was going to announce anything.
Yeah.
So that is what been. That was really nice to be able to find. Now it's out in the open. 25th of May 2018. DS on the Switch.
And PS4 and Xbox. Xbox
Yeah, but I mean, it's just
Xbox
nice.
One and PC.
Yeah, I bet it's nice for it to be on the Switch. At least that was when it was announced on the Direct. That was the mini Direct. Was the first announcement, and then it's been obviously subsequently been a ton of news about that. So that's been very, very interesting. Joshua Gilly, nice one, mate. Yeah, so the remastered, and that's really, really good. Oh, Alex says, I remember Alex writing Alex Petula. He was like,
What?
UK. He's been hit. He says only F4F can hit him up with so many bills and then make him smile. And I think that was One Punch Man. I guess Nightmare. I'm not. Was it just those two? Let us know, Alex. What were the ones that you picked up?
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, that was interesting. You know, it was great for that announcement to be made.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And of course, that times in well with Ornstein starting today, and you know, it's also nice for it to be just quite Dark Souls generally focused. And of course, it's from the remastered game, which is of the OG game as well, which of course Ornstein is indeed from.
In there as well.
Saitama, Nightmare, and Sif. Ooh, that's a big punch. It's a very, very easy plus charges for Mugen and Salet. Nice one. But of course, no excuse to not get Orny, because I know, get ready, you're on F4Fs, mate. And you'll be fine. So, let us talk about this week. It has been, as always, the beginning of the year always kicks off with the Hong Kong Toy Fair and licensing show. So there's no rest for the wicked. There's no going away on holiday and then coming. It's like always, like the kids as well. They go to school.
Yeah.
They have a holiday. But when they come back, they can't quite enjoy their holiday because as soon as they get back, test time.
Mm-hmm.
And just like for us, we always know the first week after the beginning of Jan, licensing show.
Right.
So in there, we usually always meet up with Sega, Bandai Namco are just OGs. We always meet up with them because they're best. And what was interesting is Ubisoft. They hit us up
Hopefully
last
more.
week.
Hopefully more next year. One a day or something, or two a day.
We also get a lot
I want
of...
to start collecting business cards.
You got quite a few this time, didn't you? It was nice.
Though.
It's a nice start to the collection, though, isn't it? Oh, all right. But we also obviously, it's not just licensing guys, but also a lot of our customers come over as well.
Yeah.
Meeting you guys. So we've been sort of
It's
busy
good.
doing that. So this
Lots
whole week
of
has been
catching
pretty
up and stuff. It's quite interesting to see.
Have you never seen me in a business meeting before, have you, Jocks? Like with license, like you've seen me in business meetings with sales guys or like, you know, clients, right? And I'm like, yeah, we got this coming up, we got that coming up, we got this, and we got a bit of that. And then there are the meetings where I'm like, oh, hi, wakarimashita, oh, so this
We'll have this discussion off the mic.
It's a lot of. Wow, there's a bit of that as well. You know, you got to pick it up when you can, mate. But it is, you know, great to have guys both from the licensing side and from the client side to come over to, and of course, I've never seen the upstairs media room look so spick and span. So shout out to Jeffrey for cleaning it all up. Or did you help out?
And I guess that's that's all on Jeffrey.
Nice.
I guess.
Of course, I couldn't open the door to get into the bloody closet to turn on the light because it was like
you
chucked all the stuff. That's another conversation.
But at least, I mean, that's the first time having the room upstairs having a meeting, isn't it?
Rubbish.
Is it not?
October as well, but not as many and as frequent.
October.
Yeah.
Who were they?
Like Jan Peter and stuff like that.
Oh, but that's not licensing guys.
No, it's not licensing
and
guys.
it's nice for them to see the.
But also
to see the display as well.
We had Sunrise upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But again, guys, if you notice it this week, Alex made a couple of posts with regards to licensors coming in and try and get you guys involved as well.
Well, particularly it was Ubisoft, and that was a really interesting one. What was quite interesting is we were talking to the guys from UB America. We really hadn't had any contact with them before, and it was actually UB Europe we were dealing with many years ago. And so it was kind of like a fresh and sort of giving them a bit. And you know what was interesting, guys? They found out about us because of Crash. And what do we always say about the PVCs, Chocks? They go out there and they are our ambassadors. They go out there and spread the word of F4F. And it absolutely worked. The licensor from Ubisoft saw it in Best Buy. Next thing you know, email, hit us up. And that was before Christmas. And here they are. 3 lovely guys came over on Monday. And we were talking, and it was like, oh, you know, this and that, and what is, you know, obviously I don't want to talk about too much about, you know, what might be, you know, what's, you know, da 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 da. But of course, what you do know is one of the things was the club, and I always say with all licensors, it's always like, yeah, do you want this? Do you want that? And do you want that? I'm like, you know what? I don't really decide that anymore. It's the club, the power of the club. And I was saying, they're like, the club? What's the club? I'm like, the club. I'm like, the club? I'm like, yeah, the one I set up 2 years ago. Like, are you not members? They're like, no, we don't know about this club. Well, believe it or not, there are guys who don't know about the club. Well, actually, we then said and explained about how this is really, really important for us when we're looking about new licenses and how the power of the club really makes that difference and makes that influence. And so I said to them, shall we test it? Shall we test it out? And of course, that's what we did. We asked you guys to vote on the Ubisoft specific poll, and that involved stuff that they had said that they wanted us to just write, just to test that out, just to gauge
interest.
And what was interesting with that was that the Assassin's Creed, you know, obviously we know it's the most popular thing. That was 300, and then you have the Apple of Eden, Sam Fisher, Vass, Rainbow Six, Chibi. You know, those were a little bit down, and they were a little bit like they were. First of all, they were absolutely stunned about the reactions and the combat and the conversations and the feedback. They loved it, and they actually may or may not and now be looking.
And thanks for being very nice.
Except for this guy here. This guy right here. Why you gotta be so rude?
Yeah. Next time when we ask you guys to be nice and you're not being nice, I'm gonna mute you.
But that was interesting because the one thing that stood out to me out of all of that, looking through the noise, the only thing I focused in on was Beyond Good and Evil. Interesting. Now it's not.
That's about 263 votes.
It's not. It's not shabby by any stretch of the matter. I think that's a very, very solid start. If Beyond Good and Evil is something OG you are looking forward to of a potential F4F line, let us know in the comments. But more importantly, rally and push that poll up and get that up. And of course, when it comes to Fun Day, go nuts and rally for Jade. Rally
not just in the club as well. Make sure you try and jump on the Ubisoft forums and their Facebook page and etc. and say, hey guys, come check this out. Come check us out. There's a poll inside the club.
It would be great if we could work with Ubisoft again, but we're not doing that until you guys tell us that we can.
Yeah. So, you know, share that out. Invite some Ubisoft fans in the group as well. It'd be interesting to see how this poll goes. And maybe next year, if we do meet them again, you know, or some other time, other place that we do meet them again, we can say, hey, this is what the current pole stands at. Because, like you say, it's just
well, I'll very likely see them in Vegas.
Right, but it's very these kind of poles are very similar to like these official like visitors poles are very similar to the TTs, and it's like something that we can revisit when we meet them again and say, hey guys, this is what it looks like before, and now it is. Where should we go from there on? So it's good conversation starters.
Yeah. Then we had Sega. They came the following day. Yeah. And that was nice, talking a lot about Bayonetta, just in terms of the progress on that, talking a lot about that, and it was interesting. This is another example of coming up to 9 years of a relationship with Sega, and which is fantastic, and it's great. And we talked a little bit about Yakuza, and we've been looking at that poll, and I was like, that's very interesting. Talk a little bit more about that, the TT. And look, just generally, it's just been it's nice to introduce them to just for them to come to the office. They've never been to the office before. And what was really funny was that there was a guy who was from Hong Kong who moved to Japan 10, 15 years ago, who pretty much all intents and purposes, for me, looks and acts and is pretty much Japanese now, right? But of course is originally from just actually around the corner from the office, just somewhere relatively nearby, and is a huge Sega, obviously, because actually, just for your reference, not everyone who works at these video game companies are actually gamers themselves, but when that you see someone who's passionate and notices it, especially when you go into our conference room and there's all our samples from all across different ranges, and they recognize, oh yeah, this, that, generally they're a gamer, right? Yeah. And then you notice that, and you're like, dude, I'm coming to Tokyo. You're taking me out. He's like, yeah, let's go. Kabukicho.
Good. He's a big, massive Shenmue fan as well.
There you go. So that was cool. Just generally, we may or may not have had a conversation about something that begins with a letter in the alphabet, but that is nothing to really report about that apart from perhaps there may be more questions about that in this week's Friday Q&A. We can have a little conversation about that later. Then who else was here? Then it was Bandai Namco. Yeah.
Because you actually saw them at the trade.
So I went to the actual exhibition in Wanchai. That's where the licensing show is. And I was like, I see them because they have their own booth. Like, you're there all the time. Why don't you come to the office, see Ornstein, see them, because I ain't taking, no. 11 kgs, baby. I ain't taking that. Ooh, I ain't taking that on the Hong Kong MTR. So I was like, come over and see that. So 3 of them came over yesterday. Very, very nice. Yeah. Very, very nice. And, it was just talking, and you're just, as always, very happy to be working with them and talking about future items coming up.
They know that SIF is... They receive some of the samples as well.
They receive Nightmare. Yeah. They receive SIF. Yeah. Katamari will be sending to them soon.
Yeah, all Bandai Namco related stuff. Yeah, because we did a ton of pre-orders with regards to Bandai Namco in 2016-17, and they finally received it, and they checking out Ornstein and checking out the upcoming SD line as well.
I can see you, Jamil. Tabitha, if there's any questions that we don't see, because right now we're focusing on the week in review. When it comes to answering any questions that you may have, always put it in the Friday Q&A, and I will guarantee answer every single one of them.
Let me post that in the stream again, because I already did it before, but it's probably all pushed down again.
All right, cool. Right, okay. So then that was very, very cool. And of course, some other meetings, etc., blah, 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 what's coming up. Clients, etc., and that's all going very hunky-dory. A lot of the sort of stuff is focusing on the upcoming PVCs. Obviously, Artorias SD is one of those, and just looking forward to just sort of getting that PVC program off the road, especially because it validates that strategy, Chocks, to have Ubisoft come to our office in Hong Kong.
I wish these meetings last longer though. It feels like it's too short to get to
What?
know them.
Well, how much longer do you need? It was like over an hour.
Of
You mean it was? So you're not getting to know it. So. Indeedy. Indeedy. Yes. So that was the week in review. No, it's not quite. I was in China today. And I went to go and check on Silver, where also the 25th anniversary Sonic
one
being...
One more thing. Because we made an announcement in the club after the Bandai Namco meeting. Something was approved. Something was approved in the Dark Souls line.
Also, we talked a bit about Nito's size. And
Yes.
that was something else to look into. I think he's a little bit too big.
No, it was fine. I think people are fine.
We'll see, based on the sales on, the price on him of Ornstein and the fact that Nito is going to be that much more than...
The majority of the comments that I saw was, hey, make it a little bit more bigger.
Nah, I don't care what they say.
Some
I only
were
care about
saying-
sales data.
Sure, but I'm just saying the feedback was like, make it a little bit more. Forget whatever pricing costing. The comments was make it a little bit more bigger. Other comments were keep it the same. That's fine, absolutely fine. And someone was like, very few that said make it tinier.
Majority of it was perfect.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But they don't know the price. Well, we sort of talked about throwing, 9.
Around
bones.
below. Try and get below 9 or something like that if it's at the current size.
Karina, let's see how these sales go first. All focusing every single line. How do the sales go? Fingers crossed on Ornstein and the sales of that. We will find that out a little later on. Chocks, that's the 50.
Oh,
4 lucky winners next week to be chosen at random. 500 reward points. Okay, I was in... Oh yes, but as I said, there was a secret, which we haven't even discussed or talked about. Project DS, more stuff coming. Last year, there was nothing. When I told you that it rains, it's going to pour DS, I was not kidding. And here is the results of the monsoon. The DS monsoon coming at you.
And I see the DS guys are crying now because
oh yeah,
come here.
Oh no, Nito. Oh, it's too expensive. I'm gonna skip on Orny.
Everyone was going,
hello, it's over a year away.
I want more
and
DS,
and then as soon as we do it, like,
it's like,
can't afford it.
Yeah, I got other statues coming in. I got other products to get.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, that one. Hold on, who's this Sav Cantus Jr.? Oh,
Ornstein been on the Bando Namco, which reminds you, got to hit them up. We said we're going to try and hit them up for Tuesday for when it is day one time for do that. So indeed, yeah, I'm throwing shade out like it's going out of fashion, Johnny. So in terms of the
what China trip?
Oh yeah, that was it. China trip. I went to see Silver, and that was also the factory that's doing 25th anniversary. Well, Silver, I went to approve. I did not approve it. So they will make the changes, and I will go back and see it next week. And if it's okay, it's okay. If it's not, it will keep on going. I didn't approve it. There was something wrong with the assembly. They are reworking that to make sure it is okay. It is a... You know what? It's...
Can't let the Sega and Sonic fans down.
The thing is, Chocks, I have run this company for 13, 14 years with 3 people. Myself, Kanako, and John.
Right.
And I was the one who would go to the factories and I would check it and I would go throughout the production process and I would then, look, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I've since had to delegate a lot of stuff, and that, of course, is...
That was when you were based in China.
Based in China and in Hong Kong.
Well, yeah.
I moved in 2012. I didn't have any stuff in 2012.
No, but majority of the time was in China. You.
I was in China from 2007.
Yeah, so majority of the time.
And then 2012, I moved here.
Well, it's all, yeah, it's 50-59, it's all caught up.
What means
As in, like, you spent most of your time in China, the early phase.
Right.
Now you said 2009.
Yeah. But the point I'm really sort of talking about is that it was 3 people up until about 2016. Okay, and of course now it's 24. Now as a result of having 24, it means I'm delegating a lot of those things, and am I doing all the the marketing anymore? Of course not. That's what you do. Am I doing the am I at the factory doing the QC every day like I used to do? The answer is no, of course not, because we have staff now. Am I, doing the photography or doing the packaging? Nope. Fortunately, we're working with fantastic guys, and we delegate that out. Yeah, so you got that for you.
Because I don't check my pay.
Your WhatsApp. That's your WhatsApp.
Yeah. I will.
Okay, so the point being is you've thrown me off my thing. What was I even talking about?
You don't do things in the office anymore.
Right. So the point in the office anymore.
You don't do it.
I don't do anything in the office.
Since 2016, Alex doesn't do anything at all because he delegates everything to everyone.
What I mean by that is, but one thing I will never, ever, ever, ever delegate is giving that final A-OK without going and checking myself. So the team was there. Silver, looking great for the painting, but actually there was some assembly problems, and I immediately saw it, and I immediately stopped it, and I immediately rejected the shipment. And I said, you need to rework it before that goes anywhere. I will never give that up, Chocks. The moment I give that up, the moment it can go very wrong, very quickly, and because you know who's going to get it in the arse? I will. So I will make sure that that will not happen, because I like to have my ass like this instead of like that. So
reserved for one.
But reserved for no one. So whilst we stop talking about
I'm gonna open the door again, get some fresh air in there.
Alright, okay. So we can stop talking about arseholes right now. So that basically did not go off. I stopped that, and we are not going to ship that until I go back and check it. 25th anniversary, also they showed me pre-production stuff, and there were some changes on that. Again, fortunately I caught it earlier, so I happened to be at the time. They'll make those changes moving forward, so that's very much going to be okay as we go through that production process. So that is the week in review. Bada bing, bada boom. Hit me with that TT.
All right, Temptation Thursdays. It's quite funny when we mentioned Temptation Thursdays to Ubisoft.
Yeah, they were like, the fuck is a Temptation Thursday?
Who names these stuff? Right? And then we had to go through the whole entire story that, hey guys, this is what we do every week for like 80 odd weeks now. And it was you guys that came up with the name. You guys voted for Temptation Thursdays, and they were like, "Oh, community." There you go. There's a little bit of story there.
Hold on.
What's up?
Click that. Comments. There you go.
Comments?
No, because when I clicked it, the up next appeared. Yeah, exactly. When are your balls are bigger than your brain?
What stuff are you watching?
I don't even know. It's up next. Jesus. Have we got Sif in the? Oh. Wild Sif.
What?
I see a picture of the Wild Sif.
He's posted the Sif then.
He's finally posted the Sif.
How's it look?
Well, I don't know what the comments are so far. I can just show you.
Why just look at the comments there?
I'm just showing. Check this out, guys. Wild Sif. Oh shit! I can't see it on this thing. Hold on. I'm just showing. Yeah. So there you go. Turn up that
brightness.
Look at that. The first Wild Sif. What are the comments? Oh, it's broken. Or it's okay.
Where's my sword? Is he a day oneer? Guys, remember, guys, these, for Sif, for Fighter Kirby, for Nightmare, make sure you check your day one cards. See if you are a golden ticket winner.
It's like within the comments, so we can't really see. It's like he's just unboxed. It's his wife has unboxed it.
All right, that's nice.
Yeah, so we'll have to come back and see that. All right, TTs.
All right then. Last week's TT was Pio.
Not all at once, guys.
Come on, Sega fans.
Yeah, when we had Sega in the house, we were like, yeah.
I don't think we touched that topic.
Give me some of that pure.
So the general game characters from the Pio series. I can see that moving really well this week. We've got
It's doubled. Is it doubled yeses? Yeah.
We've gone into the freeze now. We've got 34 votes for yes.
Yo.
Yeah, with like 288 no's.
Boo.
For those guys that never played.
Boo.
Boo.
Hiss. Boo this man.
Shame. And then this week, Digimon game series. The game series for the creatures and the tamers. Not bad. A lot of different comments. Quite a lot of comments for the Digimon.
Yeah.
Right now we have 144 votes for yes to 195 votes for no.
There you go.
So
it's
quite a lot of action there.
Well, when you compare it to Pokemon, it's not even close.
True.
But it is very early still. It's only been 24
and
hours.
look at that. And I made that as general as I can.
Yeah.
Creatures and tamers.
Yeah.
For the Digimon game series.
Yeah.
And look at the votes. So, yeah. So, guys, we will make a blog post on that and post it on the main page.
And you can always then
share that out to all the Digimon gamers out there.
Absolutely.
And the anime guys. Woohoo!
Indeedy.
Next week's TT is going to be Lost Odyssey. Alright, Lost Odyssey, the Xbox 360 game. So that's going to be next week's TT. And the TT after that is going to be Kenshin from the...
Now, Bang posted a picture of his collection of the mangas.
The mangas, yeah.
There was a ton of comments on that. I'm pretty surprised about that. So the question is, how would the TT do? What do you think, Chocks?
Well, the same comments could be the same 2-3 guys back and forth.
True.
We've seen that a lot with the Persona 5 stuff.
True.
So,
well, you're basically saying Persona 5 is 2 people running it.
Yeah, what's those guys named Jake and DeJesus? Yeah, the same 2 guys. Same with
Bud's also pushing that as well.
Yeah, okay.
Shout out to Aramis.
Same as MHA as well. The same 2 guys.
Yep. David.
Yep. So, yeah. But Kenshin, Samurai X, however you want to call it, check that out. You know, I class them as like classic stuff, like like Initial D and all that stuff. A lot of people love it, but when it comes to statues or whatever it is,
it kind of suits that though.
Yeah, suits it. So anime, you have your modern takes, modern animes, and you have your classic animes as well. So we'll see in 2 weeks' time. But let's get
Johnny DeJesus created 830 plus accounts.
Wow, there's a lot of accounts I need to mute then. Yeah. So yeah. That's a TT. Do you want to talk about Yakuza now before we announce the winners for last week's hashtag?
Yeah, sure. So, all I can say about that is, that is, you know what? I think I'm going to start looking really closely into it. Yeah. What that means is I'm going to review what we are, where we are, discuss with the artists, review the stuff, talk to Chris about it, and potentially move to the next stage. If we can tickle 500, that will force my hand straight away. But in the meantime, I will look into that, because that is something that is the power of the club.
Yeah,
the power of the club.
And the actual game, the
when
game
we
series,
made it, and I was saying it to Sega, no one really knew about it. Yakuza 3, not really many people. Yakuza 4 was kind of in the West, but since then, Yakuza's done. It's been such a long time. 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
What?
3 years ago.
For what?
Yakuza.
The whole game series?
No, that I made that one about at least 2.5 years ago. Right. But there's been stuff that's been coming out since then that's been in the West and raised the profile. And as time, it's increased.
Yeah, as time, because it's like over 10 years. You know, in the whole series is like over 10 years, game series wise, and it's very popular in Japan. But like I said, I mean, the very first couple of Yakuzas, not many people picked it up. Like 1 and 2, not many people picked it up until they re-released the game not long ago.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, like
it's almost like a Shenmue kind of like
Well, it's the
2.0.
same. Yeah, it's kind of like a next step from Shenmue.
Yeah. But speaking of Shenmue, do you ever want to do you want to talk about you know that little playthrough you did on Shenmue 3, but when we had at the Sega meeting?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about now?
Oh, when we looked at Landy, yeah, he's like, boom, there's Landy on the shelf.
Ah, well, no, and then he gave us, he brought over the the PC build and let us have a go.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to talk about that, no.
No.
Oh no.
And then we had like a little personal conference call with Yu Suzuki.
Yeah, we can't. Can we talk about that? We can't.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
No. We're gonna meet them next week, aren't we?
Except for, or when we met him, all we did was talk about ourselves. So that didn't happen, guys. No.
Yeah. So, like I said, like Yakuza, obviously there's a couple games coming out very soon this year. You know, so 5-0 have been doing really well in the West.
Yep.
So it's picking a lot of momentum. And yeah, it's great. Great for
Yakuza 6 coming out in March.
Yeah. Because it usually takes quite a long time for translations from the Japanese version to the English version. So, yeah. And you know, even to this day, there's been spin-offs for the Yakuza, but it hasn't been released to the West.
As much as I love Colton, I have to be honest, and we were doing Bayo before Colton started rallying. Although I've seen him. No, I'm just saying because it was talking about how people rallying in the power of the club. Banjo also we had that already before the power of the the hashtag Mondays. Banjo Mondays, but I can definitely say
Activision guys we had before anything else.
No, actually, Activision was sort of re-emphasized with the power of the TT. That I think I would say that was definitely something that we pushed it in that focus in that direction for sure. I would say, but as the time, because it gives you an indication on how long these things take from getting going for the license and then announcing it. Such a long time.
Years.
So. But we've done all of those pretty much. We've exhausted all of those. The ones that we were working on in the behind the scenes.
Like the actions you make today will affect the rest of your life.
Right, and so basically, when we talk about something with a beginning, with a letter, etc., or this sort of thing, is really to do with the club.
Yeah.
And as an example, Beyond Good and Evil, I would love to do that, but I'm not touching that until I see that tickle high numbers. Do I think it's going to get there? Probably not.
We'll see. There's the second games coming out.
Yeah, sure. But I'm just trying to highlight the difference between people loving something like Colton loving Bayonetta didn't actually make me get the license. We already got it, or we were working on it beforehand. Same thing for Banjo and Kazooie. Already had it for a long time, just didn't announce it. But those are done now. 100% guarantee you, those are done. Those licenses that we were working on in the secret, fortunately, they're done. Now it's all about you guys influencing us. We don't touch anything anymore by chance. It's now about you guys influencing us. Now, of course, that means we lose a bit of the F4F magic, but at the end of the day, let's have what people want and reward people when they do rally. That's what it's up. So rally on the fan days.
Fun days.
Fun days, even.
Right. So let's go announce the winners for last week. Hashtag F4F. Mon, that's F4F Mon, and last week we had 3 winners to pick.
All right, we're gonna kick it off. 3 winners. We're gonna kick it off with it's a dude. Are you a dude? You're up. Does your name? Have we seen this dude in the comments? I haven't seen it. Perhaps or maybe begins with the letter B. There is a B at the beginning of the name. The second name is actually a color. And so I'm a dude. I am a dude. And the first winner is a Ben Gray. Congratulations to Ben Gray. The second winner is a lady.
A girl.
And it is Carol Wooden.
Wooden.
Is it Mike's Wooden something?
Really?
I don't know if it's a relationship of Mike. Do you remember the dude who came and helped us at NYCC pack everything up?
With the green.
That's it?
The blue or the green?
Green.
Hint.
Yeah.
Hinge.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're related or not. Wooden is quite a not that common name.
Common name.
So then if...
Oh, Ben Grade. Whee!
Oh, there it is. Well done, Ben. Congratulations. So if... we'll see whether or not Mike actually redeems those points instead of Carol. So congrats with
He'll probably
that.
send a PM saying, oh, yeah, my girlfriend won it.
Oh, yeah. No, it wouldn't be girlfriend if they're called Wooden. Unless wife.
My sister won it.
Well, there you go. Yeah. And last...
But not least.
I was at NYCC. That means I missed you guys when hanging out at the booth. You didn't see us, Leo. And then Edward Villa is the last winner of last week. So congratulations, guys. Edward Villa. 500 war points. Phil will be hitting you up accordingly. This week's hashtag F4F Orny or hashtag F4Forny. Hashtag F4F Orny for a chance to win 500 war points. There will be 4 lucky winners chosen at random next week. Hashtag F4F Orny for a chance to win 500 reward points. It is time for the Dragon Slayer Ornstein himself.
Pinned. Right, check out the pinned post for On.
Oh, there you go. Carol's there. It's Mike's mum.
Mike's
we
mum.
met her. Oh, I think I certainly met her. Yeah. She got us the that was that. It's like this tea thing. It was like this tea thing with like sugar and not sugar in it, and it was
Like sugar, but not
Carol,
sugar.
can you remind me what was that American tea drink? It's like a
Oh, in a can.
yeah, in a can. Yeah.
What happened to my tea?
You didn't. I don't remember. Did you drink it or not?
One of you guys took it.
God, you're so accusing. Very quick to accuse.
It ain't. Well, it's gotta be someone was in that cupboard.
Then blame Jonathan. You know, blame Jeremy. What was it? It was like
It's that big can. I know.
Yeah.
I know what tea it is. You can get that stuff in Hong Kong as well, but obviously it's American.
Yeah,
drink.
the brand. I know what it is. What was the brand?
It's got like a flowery pattern on the can. Arizona. There we
Arizona.
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. And then I had one
you,
version.
Mom.
Thank you. Thanks, Mummy Wooden.
Hey,
Much appreciated.
Where's your boy?
Yeah.
Why's Mummy watching the show?
So yeah, absolutely. So that was Arizona tea. There you
Hey,
go. There you
thanks,
go.
guys.
And we had the full sugar, and the next time they gave me the light version. I think I went for the light version.
You liked it, didn't you?
Oh, the light, yeah. Especially needed a bit of that power.
Yeah, and then you disappeared from the booth.
Well,
After the drink.
there was quite a lot of it.
I don't know why.
As a New Yorker, Arizona iced tea are life.
Nice.
I like it. All right. That it.
That's it for TT wise.
We can
So
review.
straight for the Q&A.
Oh yeah, Q&A even.
Q&A time, guys.
Q&A time. And let us kick it off. Matthew Mullin, it is ZBrush. All right, Randy Gerards, how's the license plate thingy going? Have you had a PM with Randy to ask him to ask me that?
No,
Because
I
then
haven't.
you can find out, so then you can outbid me.
What you've been telling?
So what happens is basically I have a license plate that I've applied for, and it is F4F. I feel like you guys because
That's like
it's
back
been
in 2016.
it's a pre-order essentially. But the thing about this is actually you have to auction it, and what that means is that anybody can bid against me, even though I applied for it and it's going up for auction. If no one bids against it, I'll win it by default.
Hey Becca, we've just finished with the Ornstein announcement. You're too late.
So then if I'm really nervous that anybody's going to try and outbid me, outsnipe me or anything like that for the auction. So
What'd you
I've
call it again?
absolutely not told Chocks A or anybody when that auction is. So
That's easy to find out. I'll just go, hey, when's the auction? And just go through the list. Did you rename it?
it's
When I told you what it sounds like, or what it looks like.
It's in it's next year.
Yeah, right.
No, it's F4F. I didn't go for full If that's what you're asking me.
Yeah.
No, because you originally there was
you said 001.
yeah. Originally F4F. I said because I could get F4F and then it was F4F 001. But what I would have done is F4F and then 001 because you can have it on two levels.
Right.
But instead I went for.
You went for a single one?
That's a port. I think actually that's by the car.
It's by the car. It's like if it's a Japanese car,
it's like square.
Yeah.
Oh,
square.
let me get you. So then for me it would be long. So it would have been F4.
Yeah, you're like.
But no, I just went for pure F4F. So
Yeah.
hopefully that I can't wait to get that. Fingers crossed. So yeah, all right.
Hashtag. You can't have hashtags, can you?
No, you can't do hashtags.
Yeah.
Alex Moose, what's the expected release date on the F4F authenticity cards? All right, Chocks, let's do this next week, okay? We're going to work on that again. Dan Viles, do you intend on making Snake statue a potential bookend? We need a matching one. Well, maybe the future one down the line, we could think about having a matching pair. Yeah, it won't be Psycho, it won't be Grey, maybe afterwards. You got another picture, yeah? Let me just.
Oh wow!
But unfortunately, it's his mum, so we don't have an opinion from his mum.
Detective Pikachu. Sorry, I'm just making sure if Jean has got those.
Here is a latest pic of Sif. There's one pic here. And another one is some more of the swords.
He's updated the first.
Yeah.
Post.
There's more swords, but there's one.
Oh, he's got the ring out.
There you go, guys.
So the art print.
So obviously he's an Exa.
There's some nice clear pictures.
He's got the ring out there as well, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. He's got the position of the swords correct as well.
Oh. There you go.
Has he? Hold on.
Where's the ring? I didn't see the ring one. Oh, there it is. There's the ring, guys, as well. Cool. Well, I look forward to seeing what people think of that. Doesn't look like any breakages. Did you get it right or wrong?
He's got it wrong.
Okay, kicking it off. Josh Mizrahi, what made you choose the additional features for Ornstein's X? We'll talk about Ornstein later. Joshua Harmon got a couple of questions, definitely not about Attack on Titan. When is My Hero Academia line happening? Nothing to report. Also, I can see an MHA at Yu-Gi-Oh! And Attack on Titan being a great anime for Wave 2. Well, we're certainly looking very, very closely at Yu-Gi-Oh! 500 war points for you. Nice try. Shame on me once by Jamie Bailey. Shame on you. No, shame on you, Jamie Bailey, as always. Shame on me if I fell for it. Unlucky Josh. Is Nito really going to be 900 US dollars? I can't really say at this stage, but looking at the size and all of that sort of stuff, it is looking incredibly expensive at that sort of size. You have to remind yourselves how big these things are. What's the most obscure license you'd want to make statues for, but no, it won't sell because of the obscurity? Vagrant Story. Number 1, what is your favorite video game soundtrack of all time? From Jake Mayer, sorry, just to say. I gotta be loving the Zelda stuff. I've just recently busted out a digital piano. I've been playing a bit of that, and just listening to the score again and sort of playing it as well, it just makes me really appreciate the sort of amazingness of the composer. It's very, very good. Is Meta Ridley the only Metroid statue in the works? Maybe yes, maybe no. I can't tell you. It's classified. There's more coming. 3. Also, can we get more sneaks of Banjo? No. We tried. We're on lockdown till Q2. Stephen Banjo Miller. Simple one for you guys. With the last chance weekend, I think F4F will lose its magic due to the fact you can miss a pre-order and still bag it at a later date, making the numbers jump up and the loyal fans editions mean nothing. Is this something you keep an eye on, as it takes away the point of the first 2 weeks on open pre-order? For me, this needs to end. PS Saitama is still cool. Well, I will say, Stephen Banjo Miller, I'm sorry, but the emphasis on numbers and the accessibility is not anywhere near on the high priority for us. We're about openness and as many people that want it to want it for its, as in the reason to get the product because of exclusivity in terms of numbers is not what you should be looking for in an F4F product. That is not what it's about. It's for you for the love of the character. We might
as well just scrap the numbers. Well, that'd be interesting, right?
Possibly.
Guys, let us know what happens if we scrap the numbers.
Indeed. So for me, I think it's a 2 week period, and it's a further. Don't forget, in between the last chance weekend, it's another 2 weeks, and then it's open for the 4 days of the last chance weekend. For me, it's still incredibly limited. If you think that last chance weekend makes a big difference, I'm sorry, I don't agree with you, and I don't think it. And as I said, I don't put an emphasis on that, so I'm not ending that anytime soon. I think it's worked really well, and I think it's something that we're going to not change anytime soon unless we come up with something better. As in the reason to stop doing it will never be because we think that it's about it's only it's losing the magic because it should only be available for 2 weeks. Nah, that's not going to be a reason. Kurt Griswell, will there be anything for a statue like Ganondorf or Zant that have been made before? Will there be any way for a statue like Ganondorf or Zant that have been made before to be made again?
Sorry, just to jump in there. Hey, Alex Petula. Yes, Ornstein will have last chance weekend. Every pre-orders that we have moving onwards, everything will have a last chance weekend. Absolutely. Sorry, guys.
And just for Stephen, I'm sorry that's not what you wanted to hear, but those are the reasonings. Okay, so with regards to Kurt, Ganondorf or Zant, well, let me just explain. There has been a time when we have made something before, again, and I'll give you an example. Under the old system before, I think it was is either Landy or it was Simon being the one that where we switched to this new system where it was the 2 week pre-order period. And then what we used to do is just go, that's how many pieces we'll make, and some bullshit number that we just came up with. They go, oh yeah, the edition size is this. 9 times out of 10 we wouldn't make anywhere near the edition size. I'll give you an example. OG Sonic #1. I think the edition size says it was something like, I don't know, 2,000 pieces. I can't remember what it was. I think we probably made 1,000 back in the day. I can't remember. Then, over time, the wholesaler, because back then we didn't really have a website business. It was, this is 2009 we're talking about. All the stuff they were making really was for the wholesalers. The wholesalers sold through it and said, you know what, we want some more. Well, the box says 2,000. I'm just taking some numbers out of the air, right? The box says 2,000. We made 1,000. I said, well, there's another 1,000 that you could possibly order. I think they maybe ordered another 200 or 300 pieces or something like that. That is an example of where we remade is not the correct word, but we continued to finish off the edition size is a better way to describe it. And I'll give you an example of Gravity Suit. Actually, I think we only made 100, maybe 150, despite the box saying 250, which is why it's so rare. And why it's so valuable, because people think there's 250, but actually they're not. Will I ever go back and bother making that last 50? Well, the answer is I can't really be asked. But technically, I could do that without any issues. Except for the fact is that it would cost more than $100 to make. In fact, that's what we charged for it back in the day. But so in order to answer your question for Zant and Ganondorf, those were under the times when we were not doing the pre-order period like we're doing now. Is there any left over? I don't think so for Zant, because that was originally only $250 for the exclusive. I can't remember for the regular. But you know what? I'm not gonna bother reopening stuff for if it's only 100 pieces or something like that. It's not really worth it, even though it might be within the threshold of the edition size. Chris Hildebrand Jr. So what is up with that pre-order calendar? I do apologize. I'm going to get that sort that out. Yeah, he basically says, update it, and I agree. I will do that. Nana say, hey guys, I predict there will be 34 questions this week about character revisits. Indeedy. Abraham Sanchez. #1, did Activision ever get back to you on a Spyro 2 PVC? Nope, I haven't followed up with that. It was more like a, you know, check back again in a couple of months' time, and I'll, you know, it is a couple of months' time. Maybe I'll check in again soon. 2, what about when can we expect an order for pre-order for Crystal Dragon and Sparks? I'm trying to get an idea of when. Well, Sparks is still not even at the physical stage. I've been a little bit lazy with that. Crystal Dragon will be up soon. I've saw some pictures. Not soon, but I've seen some work on that, and that's coming along nicely. 3, would you consider doing character polls for both Crash and Spyro series? Oh, haven't we done tons of those already? Yeah, so Stephen, I appreciate, you know, you having that. I absolutely agree. Look, don't get me wrong, Stephen. I totally understand where you're coming from. You are coming from a position where you really, that factor for the edition size weighs quite heavily on your decision process of making it. You cancelled Majora's Mask because it was too high of a edition size. I totally understand that, and I totally understand and get that. I'm just saying that that is not something that we are concerned. We're not focusing on making that a high factor of the reason to buy an F4F. That's just the that's our our opinion. That's the way that we are running this business. So it's unfortunate that that doesn't coincide with your reasons and factors for collecting. It is what it is. All I just know is that if Stephen Banjo Miller cancels something, that must be great news for us, because it means that we have had quite a lot of orders. If he doesn't cancel, it means that we didn't get good sales, Chocks.
Yeah, we're in like super low.
Right. For Abraham Sanchez, I didn't understand your question. What do you mean character polls for Crash? I'm doing that. We've done tons of character polls for Crash and Spyro.
Yeah.
Stephen Banjo Miller, where is Guts pre-order? Guts pre-order. Here's a question for you, Stephen. I see you with a question in the comments. How many pieces would Guts be before you cancel it if you were to order it? Let us know in the comments. The answer for the pre-order is probably in about a month and a half or so.
Fingers crossed.
Alex Walker, what is up, guys? How many more Dark Souls statues do you think will be released before you run another interest poll? We've run enough interest polls to know exactly what we're doing and working off of those already. Number 2, don't know if you saw my post about Nito's sword, but there's something to be changed before he goes physical. Don't worry about the mirroring. It was done actually on purpose, just so you could see it closer next to Artorias. Do not worry, but very good eye. If that was you who pointed it out. I knew someone pointed it out, but I knew about that. Number 3, what sort of size and price range are you aiming for with the Mimic? He's a large enemy, but not boss size. You best believe he's taller than Artorias. You think he's not tall? Go back and look and get booted in the face by a Mimic. That boy is tall. He is taller than Artorias. Go and check. He is easily bigger than Artorias. Yeah, no, and Stephen, I totally respect your opinion, and you respect our opinion, and I appreciate that. He was asking if it was going to change, and I'm saying it's not, but I appreciate where you're coming from and that you emphasize on the edition size being high on the list of things. Because, clearly it was, Majora's Mask was something that he liked, Stephen liked enough to pre-order, but then to cancel it because it was too high of an edition size. Clearly it's a big enough factor that it went over the fact that he liked the character, or he liked the piece. He says 1,200 for the X. For Guts, well, all I can say is, Chocks, if Stephen cancels, yes, it means we hit over 1,200. I mean, in a nice way. Love you, Steve. All right.
Mimic, you were talking about Mimic. Oh, hey, guys, seriously, I know there's been quite a few comments. Hey, I don't want Mimic because this is like a NPC character. Well, they're all NPC characters, but like a lower character compared to the bosses. But man, I've seen this lately, and seriously, it's quality-wise, pose, the exclusive, it's up there. I'm really looking forward to this. This is one of my pieces that I'm really looking forward to. I mean, I didn't choose the character Mimic, but the stuff that's been involved in that process, man, don't
Don't sleep on it, boys.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on it,
Don't
girls.
rate it down just yet.
Number 3. What sort of price range are you aiming for Mimic Isla? The price range is to be confirmed. Number 4.
That and that range. I love it when
Have you decided what the Mimic X will be? Absolutely. Number 5. Earlier in the week, you mentioned that a new DS statue had gotten approval to go to 3D. Was it Nito? If not, can you give us a hint as to what it was? Who? Pretty please, the answer is...
Too early. Too early.
Not approved to go to 3D. Approved in 3D to go to... Physical. Physical. I wanna get... Indeedy. Number 6. When do you expect SDRT to go up for pre-order? Also, have you decided it's X already? I expect that probably February.
Sorry, what's the question? When is
SD?
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I mean, it all boils down to
Chinese
New Year samples and the workers, etc.
But what you're going to be happy with is that when we do go for pre-order, the timing before it's actually on your shelf will be much quicker.
Yeah. We learned a lot from the Crash. PVC exclusive, and we heard you loud and clear about why is it taking so long to ship out, etc. So we will try and make that pre-order launch and release much shorter.
Yeah. RDL, what was the decision for going with Majora's Mask base as a tree? It was absolutely something to do with the woodenness of the skull kid. There was some relationship between that. I want to see pictures of Skull Kid next to a life-size MM. I think they're going to be fantastically displayed next to each other. And then, of course, Chocks Mini Skull Kid from the 3DS collection. Big Daddy, Skull Kid, and then Mini Skull Kid. I know RDL can certainly do 2 out of 3. I'm not sure if he has the third of that. James, because obviously RDL got his Skull Kid recently.
Yep.
James Reyes, have you ever considered... For the statues that won't sell as well or definitely will have a low run, having a higher price that will be higher than your standard price? That's a very good question. We've thought about that, but it's almost like we've talked about that, about having like a sliding scale, starting at a price, and if we hit X amount, the price goes lower, and then etc. etc. But the problem with that is our system is not geared up for that. It's kind of tough for it to get done like that.
Ooh.
Oh
no, I'm just
keep going, yeah?
All right.
Keep
going.
Jeremy Morel, have you decided of the order of character release? Psycho Mantis, how have you decided? Just what was done in the development process. Grey Fox has been kicking my ass, but I've just about taken him out. Sean Wiggett, hey, how did it go with the meeting with Sega? Any new Sega models to come? Any new Sonic updates? I love Sega. Indeed, as I said... Sean Wiggett throwing down the Sega gauntlet, slapping any other Sega fans in the face and say, come at me, boys. Yeah. Come at me, girls, if you think you're a bigger fan than me. Well, the answer to that is, well, we showed them the Sonic holding Tails holding Sonic diorama. They were loving that. That was cool. Yeah. And, just general chit-chat. Yeah. About the letter. What is that? TV show, kids show. It's like, today is all about the letter A. A is for apple. Is it Sesame Street?
Could be.
That sort of stuff.
They do a letter alphabet thing. Alphabet section.
I'll be interested to watch the episode that goes, oh, today's all about... We should do a show. It's all about the letter P.
Today. It's like every single day. You haven't missed anything, Patrick Holloran. Oni will be shown in maybe about half an hour-ish. Yeah.
Let's say Bucci. Are the authenticity card holders planned to be bought separately or included in the packaging? Well, right now it's going to be separately bought first, and then we'll see how that goes, and then maybe include them. We don't know. If the PVC can have the same level of detail of resin, what makes you choose which material use? That's all about the possible quantity. The quantity, you can't make niche characters in PVC at a cheap price because of the cost of the mold. And I'm not talking about roto molds, I'm talking about steel injection molds. So there's a huge difference between the two in terms of factors that aren't about the aesthetics. I could do the Breath of the Wild Link PVC and make the exact same size and scale and quality in resin, and from afar, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. From afar. If you got a little bit closer, you might be able to tell the difference. But the reasoning for choosing PVC is not about the aesthetics, it's about real-world factors. Now, we were trying to get Breath of the Wild Link in big quantity numbers ready in time for the actual release date of the actual game. There's zero chance, based on when we started it, to have done those quantities in that short time if it was in resin. Of course, the pricing would have been much higher as well. There are tons of different reasons about why we go with the material, and the aesthetics is very, very low in that decision-making process. Kevin Bookbinder, we know that Mario on Yoshi is the next Mario Line statue. How many more are currently in the works? I actually submitted that today and it was looking tight. We will then look at the next in there, which we have to discuss with the big N. Is Mario and Yoshi the only Mario pre-order for 2018? Don't know, possibly. Joe Wall, when's the next life-size prop statue? If you include Aku Aku, there is nothing to announce just yet. Now that you're on the finishing touches of Majora's Mask in production, can you make one extra mode and swap my paint scheme with that sweet purple, matte purple? It wasn't just about the matte purple, you're talking about having it smooth. Ah, you're right. Kevin Bookbinder says, is Shaker Slate? Yes, you're right. That's the next one. Sean Wiggett, have you considered a I am Setsuna for a future TT? Fan days it. Fun days it. Fun day it.
Oh, wow. Sorry, look at that.
It moves?
No, it's in
Ah.
It's a new one. Have you like that, isn't it?
It's huge.
It's tiny, the normal ones. That's just an exaggeration.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. Braden, how are the gems coming for Spyro? Any updates on the final box design?
Choosing
The colours?
colours.
Has it come in yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. In terms of the box design, we've seen the box design. It's that purple thing with the thingy bob on it. We're still actually waiting for approval on the packaging from. We don't show any final things before, you know, the packaging. No one sees the packaging design before it's actually, until I do the drop test. I know.
All right, cool. Just in case.
I'm very, very aware of what's going on.
Hey, thanks for joining Marcus Malone. Make sure you hashtag F4F Orny for the chance to win 500 reward points.
Yeah, done. Okay, Home Say Rock. A couple of questions. Are you going to continue the Star Fox line RTF? In all seriousness, what's going to take to get Tingle made, or made again? Because he's already been made. If he's in the vault, means it's a possibility at one point. He was a possibility at one point, but that was before there was a club, and that was before someone ran a TT, and he didn't do very, very well. That's done nothing to change my mind. Sergey Chab, any chance on Albedo figure for Overlord RTF? Philippe Demolin, when's next Zelda piece pre-order open? No idea. Not until we get the big approval from the big end. When you, Tobias Benz, when you show us a statue on Preview Reservation Friday, is that the sign sample or a prototype? The same question goes for documentary videos. They are ones made by the factory. Typically. The one that you're going to see for Ornstein, by the factory. Marcus Wild. What animes are you considering? Well, I mean, there are a lot that we're considering. We see it all the time in terms of people rallying, and we keep our eyes open on that. It's a bit too. We're still trying to get through the first lot. I think this year we'll get
I spent
some.
a few days over the New Year's doing a bit of anime research.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
When, is your Netflix thing finished yet?
Well, whoever said it was Netflix?
Oh, okay. What was I gonna say?
I know there's some animes on Netflix, but
Has it finished, Bo? Has it finished?
have I finished?
No. Has your subscription finished yet?
No.
Okay. How many more days? I know what you're doing the weekend then.
It's like 20 something.
Oh,
I can still catch the new Godzilla anime.
Oh right. Okay.
Until it ends. Yeah. Don't dodge the Star Fox question. Did you dodge another question?
No, I said RTF.
RTF, rally the fans.
Matthew O'Donnell, have you noticed me gone? You know what? I was just talking to Chockles yesterday and today and the day before and the day before that and the day before that and the one before that. I said, where on earth in time is MOD? You're not Matthew O'Donnell, you're Mod. Where's Mod? Where's Mod? But I see that you've written today and glad to see you back.
Yes.
PP, what was the most difficult, challenging thing you faced with making Ornstein? The answer to that was the engineering of putting it all together in the parts and the exclusive version. Have you played Dark Souls, and if so, how far did you get? I played with Chockles a couple of times. I played myself, and
we're trying to outrow each other.
So if I rolled off the cliff a couple of times, keep
See,
rolling.
We don't mess around with like swords and shields and stuff. We
just rolling through the levels.
Just keep on rolling. Who stops rolling loses.
So the answer to that is I probably played. I certainly couldn't complete it. Not had the time on the I couldn't get good enough and run a company. But I've certainly researched it enough to feel like I've completed it.
But you sometimes get that sense of achievement when you look at somebody else completing it.
Yeah. More in the pain that they go through as well.
Yeah.
Jose Rock, have the eyes of the Majora's Mask Exclusive Edition been fixed, or are they still green when lit up? I will be going to the factory next week, or the week after, probably next week, to go to the Majora's Mask factory. They're going to have 30 on the table. We call it the pre-production samples. I will be showing you all that.
You might as well show some Spyro as well at the same time.
Yeah, sure, I will do. Mitchell Ray. The answer is the team have told me yes. Until I go there and I see it for myself, I will not confirm 100% yes or no. They show me pictures, they show me videos, but I want to see it IRL. Mitchell Ray, did you have a pose in mind when it went into sculpting them? Them? Ornstein, do you mean? Yeah, did. Regal. We talk a lot about that in the documentary. 1 hour of goodness to show you for that. Did you try several ones? Do you know what? You know what? I've
tried several different ones.
Has
Chris?
Oh shit! Let me just check if this has been done. Has my public? Has Jeffrey done a non-4K version of?
He said he's done things for you already.
Let me just check
for
that.
The thing.
Live shared videos. Ornstein. Okay.
Is it? Oh, I don't know. Look at the size.
Looks quite small.
It's quite big, isn't it?
No, it's 40. That's nothing.
Oh.
Let me see the size.
Double check it.
And if so, that would be cool. I can go.
Hey, David Taupas, the pre-order will start after the stream. The reservation period will start after the stream. So maybe
he has. That's
maybe
great.
In about an hour and a half time. Because we still got a lot of prep work to do. We post everything up on the website, etc., etc.
That's great. So we can do that and then go into that. That's great. So we can do that.
Hey, cool. Marva Statues. Hey, George, how's it going? Have you checked your posts lately?
What is up, Marvelous Statues? Go and check out mcecentral.com for all of your entertainment needs. You want to hit up more video game stuff on that, my friend.
Yes, more video game stuff.
Where are we at? That's with me. Okay. So Mitchell, there's going to be a lot of stuff answered that you're answering in the. Or did you try several different ones and then there's developer decide? No, we normally we didn't. We just went with one and we tweaked it, but it was going to be that one. Angela La, have you ever Angela La OG 4K?
Yeah.
The only 4K on Who Dat.
Good on you, girl.
Have you ever tried to negotiate with a company when they know their requests won't work, is inaccurate? You know, sometimes.
What?
I'm trying to think. Like, have someone come to me and said, "Oh, do it like this," and I say, "Practically, it's difficult." Sometimes they will say, "You know, is there any reason?" Like, I will sometimes come back and counter and say that can't be done for certain reasons, and they will come back and say that. But generally, it's not really been an issue. Troy Blair, how many Legend of Zelda statues are in the vault, and will they ever come out? A lot, and most likely not. Nana say, hey Alex, are you as critical as me when it comes to providing feedback on your artist's work? Oh my god, I am like, what's the word? Flowery.
Flowery.
Very flowery with my response, and you know, very, very understanding, and you know, very patient man when it comes to working, and you know, working with the factories and working with the artists, and yeah, very, very, very nice. I said, I like this. I don't like that. The reality is, if I don't push and I'm not critical, I'm going to end up like that. Is that clear enough, Chocks?
Is that clear enough for Kai?
I know that if it's not A-okay, all I can say is Snake's reveal, I was like that. And I don't like that. I like that. So I don't ever want to feel that again. So I'm, yes, hypercritical.
Yeah.
Have to be.
Don't worry, Kai. We know what we're doing. Hey, Mohit. Yes, we were talking about a bit of Yakuza earlier on. It'd be nice if that yes went 500 plus yes votes. But it's you know, with the upcoming games coming out this year, it's something that we'll be looking into more seriously, and hopefully Yakuza fans will feel the same for us as well.
Did you just... Mohit just literally just asked another... What did you just...
No, he's in the stream. Did Alex said something about the Kiro statue?
No. That's literally his question here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mohit,
sorry.
hi, Alex and Chocks. How are you and how's the family? Very well, thank you. How are you doing? How's Tanya? Who was very, very supportive of you to, like, let him back in.
Yes.
So that's a nice relationship right there. What's your plan with the Yakuza statue? Indeed, and that's what you just talked about.
Yeah, because he's on the stream.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
perfect
that's the answer,
timing.
yeah. So that's definitely looking very closely at that now. I was very happy to see that over time it's raised the profile, so very happy with that.
Hopefully it'll be the same for Ica and Rihanna as well.
Yo. DeJesus, yo peeps, any updates or anything to share about the P5 that you're meeting with Sega?
See, it's Johnny again.
In all yeah, exactly, and all these other like 830 accounts. Look, the reality is the conversation had come up. We have been discussing it. There's nothing to say. Everything is until it's actually finalized, and these things take time. But the and I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah, don't have like high expectations, because it's like you know, when you're going to a job interview or you're going on a date or something, you have like high expectations, and then when that bad news hit you in the face.
Yeah, well, you know, or something like, or it's like, you know, oh, I'm hoping I did a really great interview and then you didn't get the job, for example, right? And so in that respect, there's nothing to confirm. But you know, it's in discussions, it's negotiations. These things take a long time. You know, all those things that we showed you last year, it's been in the works for years, and that's the point. You know, this is now ground zero. You guys rallied, we paid attention, we now contacted, and now we're discussing. It takes time to then go to the next draft legal contracts and this and that, even if they even allow us to do it, even if it's available.
And then the gifts will be like,
right, exactly.
how bad How about now? Hey, hold on. Richard's in the house. Richard Melbourne.
Oh!
Evening from the CV boys. Can't wait to give away Bowser on Sunday. Yes, I was going to do a shout out at the end of the video, but I might as well do a quick shout out. I believe Ian Dempster was on the stream earlier on.
He was.
I just want to say
shout out to CV.
I just want to say rest in peace, Ian ID Collector Club.
Yep.
Because he sold his soul to CV. So Ian Dempster has become part of a CV Collectorverse group. And
has become the collective. I mean, it's now been changed its name.
Yeah. So part of that. Yeah? So they've got their own group right now.
Yeah.
So
guys, go check it out, guys.
Yeah, and
this is Collectorverse. They under groups.
Yeah, and they are doing a live stream this Sunday.
Yeah.
To announce the
Collector
giveaway,
Awards.
the Collector Awards.
And obviously we sponsor that, so guys do support the CV crew. Go and check it out, and we'll shout out again towards the end of the stream as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But shout out to Richard Melbourne. You're gonna be doing it live. I guess for the editing work, kind of hard. Number 2, back to the Jesus. Save F4F Ica is about to hit 400. What's the number or goal you would like to see before going forward with her? Higher.
Higher and higher.
With Yakuza tickling 450 plus, 460, 470, he was already in the physical stage, and making some changes is further down the line. Ica is probably going to involve more 3D work and some changes on that. So. Yakuza, I really like it because there's a combo pack opportunity there.
Yeah, and marketing wise,
yeah,
there's games coming out at the same time as well.
I want to see Ica higher than that.
Yeah,
because it's a lot
more hard. It's
harder sell.
It's much harder sell. Yeah,
there's no combo pack for now.
as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing.
And like I said, there's no combo pack. It's just going to be a statue on its own.
Yeah. What's the point? I need to think about what we can do to make it a combo pack or something like that.
My head hurts already with just thinking about it.
Right. Number 3, is it possible to get more sneaks or details for the Alphonse statue? We know about the height and the price range. Is this big? Massive, and actually saw painted. Did you see the painted pics, Shocks?
Painted.
Yeah.
I might have. But guys, with anime, it's going to be much tougher to throw some sneak peeks out there, because a lot of times working with anime licensors can be much tougher, and they're quite protective with their IPs and any sneaks and peeks and reviews. But as soon as we get some official confirmation that we can start showing these out, we will post them in the club for sure. All right.
Got a nice colour to it now. It's alright, yeah? This needs to go back over here a bit more.
Those needs a little bit more work.
Yeah, this needs some work.
Yeah, give it a bit more shine.
Yeah, give it a bit more of that.
Give a bit more action and life to it.
To this part?
Yeah, to those parts.
Yeah, but this overall is looking really good, isn't it?
Looking really good.
And he's massive, right? He's absolutely ginormous. Look at the you can't really see it. He's ginormous,
yeah,
right?
I can see it. Very detailed.
This is supposed to connect to that.
From this, like I said, from a distance, it looks like from anime, but when you get closer to it, it's a lot of detail.
It's a ton of detail.
Yeah, the textures and the weatherings.
Yeah, you check on that angle in case it was written like that, but cool, yeah.
Yeah, the fans are gonna love it.
It is really, really. I mean, I'm happy with how it's. Yeah.
The
answer is I actually submitted Edward, and I got pretty much approval on that already in 3D. So.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Look, this year
that face took a while. The head sculpt.
Indeed. All right. Mark Johnson. Oh no, he's got some more questions. Number 4. Last week you mentioned that you're leaning more towards yes in terms of trying to get a license for MHA. How do you feel this week? Please say you're going for it. Well, still, being too busy doing other things to think about that. But it's definitely, it's harder to ignore the voices. As simple as that. So
harder to ignore Johnny's voice.
Johnny's 830 accounts.
I might do a little trial. Let's see if I mute Jake and Johnny for 1 week.
What happens?
See if anybody starts talking about Persona. Well, then again, he's got over.
No, Jake was MHA.
Jake was, but no, Johnny as well. He likes it.
Oh,
He
yeah,
likes
yeah,
it
no, I
as
know he
well,
likes.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
They
But I'm
both
saying,
have very same.
but I'm
similar
saying
tastes.
is Jake is not Persona. He's not rallying Persona.
Yeah, he didn't start off with. Yeah, I see what you mean.
yeah.
He started off with
Like,
MHA.
Yeah,
And
you know,
Johnny's
Johnny
style.
is Persona,
Yeah.
OG. Then David and Jay for me are OG MHA.
MHA, yeah.
And then I think, you know, Johnny rallied his 830 accounts that he's been, you know, he's already set them up for Persona.
Yeah,
to
he's
put
so, you know, in your face. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make 800 accounts. Yeah.
Mark Johnson, hey guys, Beyond Good and Evil got a decent bit of attention this week. Is it something to consider? Yeah, I mean, we're looking at it, but nowhere near the numbers yet. But it's, you know, it was off to a nice start. I started saying Persona 5. It's amazing. How lucky is that looking? Fingers crossed for you trying to get it.
Hashtag 50K.
Perhaps, yeah.
See?
When
there you go. Jake and Johnny in the house. There you go.
Mute me if you dare.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh.
Don't tempt me.
Why you gotta be... when is Snake back up? Well, probably
Soon.
towards the end of the year. Month. Will the OG camo be available again? The answer is probably not. Still thinking about it, but very likely not. But the neon will. Scabs will. Nito be mixed media. Yep. Cannot make that cape or that fluffiness without being a sort of mess. Andrew Gusman. Oh, so to clarify my question last week about Super Metroid, do you have any plans considering you make anything at all from the game? The golden statues, the 5 major bosses, and also maybe the trio of suits but in 1/4 scale, power, variant, and gravity? If not Super, what about Fusion? Any possibility even other than the Prime series? Well, it's a good question. Excuse me. And I think the answer to that is mainly considering Prime, but of course, if there is enough rallying and voices, it's something we can always look into. Tabitha Martin. Hey guys, I was wondering what your inspiration to offer reward points for just logging in. It's a creative idea and I love the thought of earning F4F cash for just doing something so simple. Every point adds up. There you go. It was just something that we thought about, you know, sometimes... I mean, that was also when we really didn't have the club. Well, we did have the club, but it wasn't... Yeah, we just thought, why not? Just keep coming back to the page. Maybe something new is there. And then... we thought we would have a nice looking site.
Yeah, still working on that because there's so much stuff we want to do on the new site.
Brendan Rastello, with Nightmare arriving this week, I thought it was time to ask some SC questions. You mentioned that you maybe do SC for MITs. Has that decision been reached? I was probably thinking of doing
He meant 6.
Oh, sorry, 6. And the answer to that is why not both? Combo it. With so many statues announced this year, will there still be multiple SC POs this year? Probably only one. Will there be... when will the next SC PO? Still a way away? Yep, it's quite a far way away. Any updates on Taki? Just starting off for Chinese New Year. Lewis Smith, can we get Crash in this pose? It's a bit too soon for that. We've got Crash Resin. That's not in that pose. We've got Crash Resin 2 in a different design. Not in that pose. And if you're talking about, you know, Riley the fan, if you want to see that pose of Crash, Insane Trilogy version Crash in a resin in the same scale as classic Crash, you want to see that? RTF. Lisa Wyckoff, has the Shaker Slate been approved by Nintendo? Nope. You've been so quiet about this, so no sneaks or anything other than the silhouette. Do you have something really cool to plan for it? Something about being really cool or anything like that. We have learned very, very well with what happened with Majora's Mask and what happened with the Varia suit that we will not show anything until it's 100% approved and ready, and so we don't have that situation happen again, because it was tough. Week in, week out, Chocks. What's going on with Varia suit? What's going on with Majora's Mask? Finally, we're through that. It's done, dusted, all good.
Finally,
both have had their last chance weekends done. And I feel much happier as a result. The moment I start showing stuff, and if the off chance it gets pulled and stopped,
the moment you start getting too excited.
Yeah. So, twice shy. Sarah Arrington, my little questions of queries. Want to talk about the possible...
Hold on. That's it's a short list.
Is it possible to do a Yoshi story piece, RTF? We're already doing a Mario on Yoshi, so it needs to be really, really something that stands out. And also Nintendo is more about generic pieces rather than the specific character stuff, I think.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Nintendo Direct yesterday. They gave a free update. They added a generic Luigi into the Mario Odyssey update. I'm not 100% sure on that, but there was a Luigi update for the game.
Cool.
So hey guys, rally that TT.
Is there a genre you prefer for animation? Do you ever branch out? You know, if you just talk about some films here and there, you look at some of the Ghibli stuff. You know, it's such wide-ranging styles between Mononoke, you know, or looking at
Castle in the Sky.
Well, what was the one where they all grave? You know, always threaten Kanako when she's not she's being naughty. Go right. Let's watch Grave Lord of the Fireflies. Grave of the Fireflies.
Really?
Which is like the most saddest film ever.
Oh, right.
And I always threaten her with that. It's like, no, okay. But these are examples of animes being completely different styles. When it comes to actually styles of anime for watching versus licensing, well, licensing is always going to be more over-the-top styles. Crazy action. Interesting characters. Those are the animes that will more resonate with a particular type of this type of merchandise. Do you ever look outside the group for inspiration? My reason is the same as Bob. Potential sales may be missed because they're only interested. Many here only seem to be interested in one or two. Well, the answer is I always look for inspiration everywhere. But having the best statue of the property in the world is not enough if nobody knows about it to buy it. I could have the most amazing product that 1 million people would buy, but if those million people don't know about it, 0 sales. So it's always important to always check now with the group, with the club, would you buy it? So there's no way that we'll be making stuff just on the off chance anymore. When we used to do that before, we had some misses, we had some hits. But why? Let's make it more. Let's eliminate. What's the word? Let's try and eliminate the guesswork. Lastly, plush for Okami. You know, or Kamiden. Haven't really looked into that. Really want to focus on the Dark Souls range first. Once we get into that stride, we're going to look to expand it. But right now, let's just concentrate on getting that down. Brenton Freely, is regular Luigi still possibly his numbers are slowly rising? I'm a bit concerned about people in there thinking it's going to be Luigi's Mansion, to be honest with you. I have to think about that. But, you know, the one that I was looking at more before Luigi would be DK.
Yeah, there was a mention of Donkey Kong in the Nintendo Direct as well.
Right.
They're bringing out Tropical Freeze onto the Switch.
Yeah, Randy Draz, did you know about the Nintendo Direct reveal? We knew about the DS. Thomas Lane. Alex participates in F4F likes every week, but can he win? Can he even win? I could win, couldn't I?
Win what?
The F4F likes. Why not?
What's the question?
Can I win F4F likes?
Oh.
I always participate, always like it, always leave a comment.
Sure.
I could win it. How does
Win what? Just to win it?
Win the points.
Alright then.
But I could win it, right? Because explain how the selection process goes. It's just it is what it is. As in the selection process. How does it work?
How does it work?
How do you choose the winner of the F4F likes?
Oh.
That's what he's talking about.
Sorry.
I always participate in it. And I always go, you know, I always give it a like, always leave a comment.
Right.
And he's asking, could I win? And the answer is sure, because this is the way that you select it.
No, you don't win it. You can't win it.
Why can't I win it?
Because you staff.
What?
Yeah.
No, you should let me win it if I win it.
No, only club members win it.
No, mate,
and whoever likes it. I'm talking about the stream, right? This stream.
Not this stream.
Which likes
the
poster.
Monday fucking morning hashtag
that
F4F
one.
likes.
Ah,
Yeah.
F4F likes.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to win it.
Why not? I like it. I comment in it.
You don't get to win it. Nah. You don't get to win it.
Because when I do it,
what's the point? You don't get those. Even if you get those points, what are you gonna do with it?
Do you ever see what I ever write in there?
Yeah, I do.
What do I write?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Pick me.
Then what happens after that?
What do you mean? What happens after that?
When's the last time you looked at one? Because for the last 10 times I've been doing something.
Have you?
Yeah.
At which point?
But 10 times ago, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 10 times ago what I've said now.
I don't go through all.
Yeah, of course you don't.
Yeah,
because why don't you explain the process?
The
of
process?
How you choose the winner.
I don't want to tell you that.
You don't choose it. A program does it, right?
I don't want to tell you that.
Right, okay, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, when the program does chooses it and whatever.
Yeah.
The point is, when it's me,
Yeah.
You haven't looked at me for the last 10 times, right?
Right.
Obviously, clearly
Okay,
not. So
clearly not, yeah.
I'm about to give you some information because you haven't looked at it. If you look at the last 10 times,
Is
every
the video
single
frozen?
time,
It hasn't frozen. Okay.
every single time I've written me.
Right.
If
You used to
I
do that.
win,
Yeah.
the first 4 people that reply to this message
Right.
gets a free Ornstein. Was this time round.
Okay.
The time before that was shares in the company.
Jeez, you got too much time on your hands.
The time before
You got
that
too
was
much time on your hands.
the time before that was
See, because I'm being so busy, I
10
haven't
million
checked 10 times. But you.
Exactly. So that's the reason why he wants me to win, because he's probably there and replied to one of the comments. So the first one, I'm like, fingers crossed, guys.
I was a bit lost there.
Yeah. Now you know
I thought
what's
it meant
up.
just in general if you want to like
Right.
it, but you actually said something. If you did win, you would share out the prize basically.
Well, no, I would give out whatever it was. I'd still get my point. Ain't no one taking my points. My points are my points. But I would also give out, the Ornstein to the first 4 people, whatever it is that week.
I do, because the thing is, the reason why I don't look out for you, because I know you don't count. I look out, open all the comments, and look out if there's any interesting comments in there, because sometimes I got to delete some of those, because it's not like a shout. It's just like rude stuff.
Why you gotta be so
Yeah.
rude?
So I just delete those rude stuff.
We spent far too long on that question. Randy Gerards, is Ornstein referral link up and does it count for both regular and X? And the answer is, as long as we set up the...
What?
Yeah, it should work for regular and X. It's a earning reward rule. I need to check with... Is Andreas or Lorenzo on the stream?
Lorenzo said he'll be back in an hour, so
Check with him and ask him if he set up referral links and points and information for Ornstein, Reg, and X. To set those up if they haven't, please. Randy Gerards, you always say the best part of this job is seeing the statues arriving their owners. When you see the post of the first piece out in the wild, can you do a quick live stream to express your excitement? Doesn't matter if you're at HQ or factory or in the toilet. Well, the answer to that is, it's not that I'm excited about it, it's I'm fucking nervous as hell. When the first piece goes in there and it's like, is there breakages? Is there problems with the QC? I'm really nervous. Super, super nervous. And in terms of when the products were released, you saw a mini live stream of me watching somebody open up their SIF, the first wild SIF. But yeah, of course, once it's apparent that people are liking the product, then I'm fucking excited as hell. I'm a kid in a candy shop. So yeah, for sure. Cole Campbell, why did Chocks infiltrate Sav's Facebook and get him put into Facebook jail right before the Orny reveal? All jokes aside, what's the weight of Ornstein? Yeah, where is he? He's gone. Yeah, he's still gone. When's he back?
Yeah, he's banned.
He's
But
banned.
early in the week I said, "Hey Sav,
This was like his time to rally, wasn't it?
yeah." It was like, I can't remember what I said in the beginning of the week. It's like, I want to mute you if you don't show up on Friday. Yeah, because he was getting all like, Mimic's not gonna do well. I was like, come on, you're an admin, you're an ambassador of Dark Souls and Dangalangs, and you're being all negative on Dark Souls. Shame on you. And then now he's got his young son to represent Daddy, right? Sav Kazantis Jr. So where is Daddy?
Thomas Lane. I would also like to know, if I bought the Knuckles exclusive, what would he know that way? He would absolutely know that way. No that way. PP, how much would the shipping for Ornstein cost? Approximately for the people in the US. We'll be giving that information a little bit later on. Mark Keen, would you ever consider doing a diorama for some of the lower voted TT? For example, Pikmin, Mario jumping on Bowser.
What? Ooh.
I don't Well, Pikmin was going to be a diorama anyways, and Mario jumping on Bowser don't recall that being a TT. But not really. Haven't really thought about combining stuff. Brandon Rossello, any updates on when we will have the TT for King DDD? Seeing all those Fighter Kobe statues getting me excited for the rest of the line. Good question. Let's start the Warp Star hype, and then we will do it. Larissa Goodman, I need the dimensions of Ornstein when you do the official announcement. And absolutely, very, very soon. I need the discount code for Ornstein. Can I get going for Ornstein X30? Well, there is no discount code. You are very likely someone who bought Artie and is coming back for Ornstein, because that is in the old system. We don't do discount codes anymore.
There's been a couple of members like that. It's like, oh, what's this whole new validation thing? It wasn't like that when I had an RT.
David Baker, it's you make me so orny. that's the phrase that you put.
Yeah.
Mark Johnson, do you think Spyro or Majora's Mask can make it before Chinese New Year? If anything, if possible. Will you guys take some time off? Hong Kong doesn't really have a long Chinese New Year. It's about a week at most.
No, not even a week.
Not even that. 3 days?
2-3 days.
Austin Paul, who's most likely to follow us? Genos, and that would be Sonic. Shane, holy shit.
What?
There's 10 questions.
From Shane.
Alex, any update on the temperatures that resin can be stored in and withstand? If that's in its packaging, don't try, it can be a little bit lower, but don't stick it in sub-zero temperatures. Is not a good idea. What happens to all the statues prior? What happened to the ones that are prototypes, such as Smooth Majora's Mask and 20% smaller Shovel Knight? Where are they now? In the vault, there is an amazing snake in the vault.
Yeah.
Remember?
Remember?
The remember?
Oh, there's quite a number of those.
Yeah. Well, as in for the vaulted snake. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tried that bit about gloating on that one, but that didn't work.
Yes.
How many yes votes do we need for you to consider the iconic landmarks from games? Lots. Especially for Nintendo stuff. It's got to be really, really high. Any updates on Ornate Plate Shovel Knight edition size or the standard edition? Shovel Knight can't give you that information.
Well, don't forget, guys, we've got the last chance weekend. Tonight.
Ask us next week. Ornate, I could tell you, but I haven't looked it up. Number 5. Now that Nintendo Glover is confirmed, when do you think pre-orders will open? Heartbroken. RTF. Have you ever broke one of your own statues? Which one and how did it happen? You mean broken is just in terms of like generally back and forth all the time?
Have you ever broken your number ones?
What, in Rage?
No, just accident or anything.
No.
Has someone else broken your number one?
Yes. Number 7. Any chance for a documentary of Alex and Chocks? I'd love to find out where you guys came from and the foundations of how F4F came to be.
I don't want to see that.
It's
you probably want to see yours. Your, because you keep every now and then talk about your,
It's quite well documented, I think, by now, isn't it?
But no, well, it's different, isn't it? Like watching it, it's a documentary. Yeah. I don't know. Do one, innit? Do one of your coffee table books or whatever it is.
Indeedy. 8. Have you ever considered doing a coupling to go with Bowser? The answer is RTF. Number 9. I've never played Kingdom Hearts, but I know I would likely do very well as a statue. Is there any reason why it's been hasn't been visited yet? And the answer is because we have been denied. Final question until next week. I know all the statues you are your babies, but do you have specific favourite statues out in the vault? one that frustrates you that it's the most voted because you really want to see it created. What is up, Pokemon? And on that note, I'm going to get some more water. And it's not going to be filled with my tears when we come back. Pokemon!
Right, he's gone. Any questions, guys? Oh my god, so many questions. Was there ever a video for the F4F user experience videos we made?
What? So F4F user experience.
Like when we announced the trailers on the stream and we asked the guys to do a reaction. Like, ooh!
No, I didn't get any last time.
But they went straight into the club, didn't they?
No. You mean like that was like the 25 for the 20k reveal?
That was for the PVC.
Or 25k. 25. Yeah, there was a, yeah, we didn't get any on the last one.
No, we didn't. No.
Which is the banjo one, I don't think.
Pre-orders for the Ornstein will appear after the stream.
Timothy Rubin, I was wondering if I'll be going to Dallas Fan Expo in April. Is there something I can do for you guys to get your name out there for even more F4F is live? I appreciate that. If we still haven't really figured out what we're doing for conventions, but if there is anything that we want to do, we will be sure to hit you up. Much appreciated.
Alright, Shane's just in the stream. He goes, I was asking where the physical statues prototypes are now. What happened to them? They are in the vault?
Oh, some of the physical ones.
The physical stuff, they're like scattered all over.
They're either physical or they're on hard drives and stuff.
Yeah.
Justin is wanting to know some Orny information. We will find that out very soon. The Beat. Last week you mentioned that they were hoping to have 15 to 16 pre-orders go up in 2018. As of now, there are 16 statues that you mentioned. That's probably just going for sale in Q1, Q2. With that in mind, are we likely to see many statues mentioned for Q3, Q4 pre-orders at all this year?
Oh wow, David made like a blog, couple of blogs.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there.
A lot.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Let me work on that. Let me work on that pre-order.
That's intense. Don't. The year's only just started, David. Don't just throw that list in our face.
I'll give it up.
You guys keep telling us to take a break, have a break. Yeah. Go on holiday. Yeah, have a Friday off. And I look at that list, and I'm like, how the hell I'm gonna take a break? How the hell I'm gonna have my holidays?
I just shut myself, and I've given up. Number 2. But in answer to that, I'm going to work out with Chocks the pre-order calendar. Number 2. It seems as though there are maybe less pre-order slots in a year than licenses held now, and that's correct. And that's why we're trying to go to 2 for every one, or 2 for every 1 month, but I'm still not confident in the back end getting it done yet. It's done great leaps and strides, but we really looked at the numbers of how many pieces that we released last year versus the year before that, and the year before that, and it's been quite disappointing.
Oh, that conversation.
Yeah. Now I'm sure this year's going to be much more, but because we went into overdrive last year.
Remember the transition phase, right? There's a lot of things. It's kind of seen that effect.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. Will there be anime pre-orders obviously simultaneously with video games? Not at the same time. We'll never do a dual pre-order like we did last time. I think we did Jin and Saitama at the same time. We'll not do that again. For Alex, you're walking down an alley and Death himself appears and challenges you to a game of Soul Calibur 2. With your life on the line, Death is playing as Ivy. What character do you use? That's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Nightmare all the way. Down, forward, Y. Zip. He comes near me. Straight on. He comes to me straight on. Hit Y. Zip. Dead. He sidesteps me. A. Horizontal down. He ain't coming anywhere near me. And then every single player always, I get at least 2 or 3 low low attacks with the sword, right? You go for his feet, go ooh in his feet, ooh in his feet, and then they finally realize, oh, they better block low. But by that time, I've already taken off loads of damage. Death ain't got a chance, mate. Ain't got a chance. Randy Gerards, have you already decided on the background music for the Guts documentary? That's on you, mate.
Yeah.
Any suggestions? Did you ever look at a complete batch of statues in the factory and thought, nah, I'm keeping these all myself? I say I never look at eBay prices, but sometimes I do, and I go, nah. What was it?
Which one?
Brenda was like, oh yeah, I found like some classic Supersonics in Stephen found some. I'll put them on the website. Like, nuh-uh.
I was looking for that for quite a while.
Scott Frayne, how did you decide on making Truth or Midna? Was Nintendo fully accepting the idea? Yep, and that was because, we just made it. How did we decide on making it? Noise in the club. Not in the club, because it was before the club we were making it. Just noise on the main page on Facebook page. Number 3. What exactly caused Pit from Icarus to get voted in the first place? Because I don't feel like there is enough people that want it. Would you consider revisiting King Icarus or Star Fox in the future? RTF, show me that you want it. What are you most excited for in 2018? A new website. Skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bucci. What's the process of painting clear resins and still have them clear? You use transparent paints. It's like a tinting. Nanase, can you tell us about the type of technological advances that have made the production side things that have allowed you to improve the quality of such things from the WWE line to present, including what you believe will be the next improvement in the statue industry and anything you are particularly excited about? Well, technological advances is definitely, on the production side of things, has definitely been the sort of more use of magnets, more use of, it's mainly, not because it's already hand done, a lot of it, there's not been that much in terms of technological advances, because it's still very, very manual, but in terms of,
What?
in terms of prototype development, there's been a ton of stuff on that. That's just because of the rise of 3D, and I think that the advances of the statue industry is going to be that the statue industry will probably cease to exist in about 7 or 8 years' time, when the power of the 3D printer is just as that. In fact, probably even less than that. 5, 6, 7 years, I would say.
What happens then?
Well, that's when you have to start working on the brand. It's about the brand, which is, I think, very important. Cedric Bardot, hello. I've noticed that the total points earned for my last 2 Day 1 Bowser POs wasn't correct. I didn't get the extra points, even if we both validated within the first minute. Is that because they are blind? If the answer is you want the additional points, you don't get them for Bowser, Ornstein, or anything moving forwards, because at the time that you order it, i.e. maybe you order it during the reservation period, you don't have those points. Those points are only now added to you after you after you complete your order. Does that make sense, Chocks? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a chance for Spyro that can be shipped before CNY? Unlikely. All concentrating on MM. On a totally different subject, I can't wait to get my Cherry Popper Nightmare. I've checked my order 2,148 times since payment was taken 3 days ago, and if I see or hear preparing shipment, please be patient. I'm going to lose it and pre-order the first Orny figure I see. Since you put it out loud, I have no choice but to pre-order Orny. Well played, sir. Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to you getting your Nightmare. So fingers crossed on that. Shout out. What is up to Randy Gerard? Shout out to Cedric Bardot. Bada bing, bada boom, Derek. Always on the money. Lisa Wyckoff. How's it going? Lewis Smith. What is going on? Jose Rock. Bada bing. Bada boom to Patrick Rabensteiner. We have Hector Morales, Cole Campbell, and last but not least, Mohit Maka. Chandler Burns. Wait, I thought Alex was on his way to China to check on Silver. Yes, in and out, back. Nana say, can we have a bit more info about why you didn't approve silver? This kind of news always sucks. I think videos of it would be great to show off the aspects of the acoustic process along with the positive. And the answer is, I didn't video it, and it was the assembly of the foot was not correct. Troy Blair, will the Legend of Zelda ever need a TT, or is Alex bouncing ideas of Nintendo and Nintendo bouncing back? Sometimes Nintendo asks us to make some stuff, but normally we're asking them, and we have a really, really finger on the pulse for Zelda statues, and there's been enough polls that you guys run yourselves that I just pay attention to as well. Aiden Stewart, what is the color of Ornstein? What is the color that Ornstein is painted in called? Gold?
I don't know.
Nanase, thanks for the Nanase edition snake video. Love seeing it. Left me wanting more though. I'll PM the rest of it later. Nanase. Thanks, Alex. I would love that. You fuck.
What?
It's basically made me say that. I'll PM him the rest of what it looks like. All right, Nana, say, how about this? When I see what it looks like before I put it in the club, I will let you have a look at it first. Because let's face it, I put it in the club and half the club saw it before you even got your ass out of bed. Christina Marie, any news on True for Midnight? I saw her today. Not good enough. Angel Castillo, how does a blind pre-order? How does a blind person know when to stop wiping their butt?
That's original.
No, better keep going. Oh no. Perfect.
Until they can smell blood.
Honestly, Friday Q&A.
That's a good question.
I always answer every question.
That's a funny question.
When are we expecting Ami PPC to get orders? Q3 pop? Yeah, sounds like a good time. Joshua Gilly, tell me about war. Nothing to say about war. Cedric Bardot, now that Kiryu has hit 476 versus, can we expect Nigga Pia this year? It's looking better and better, guys. Sarah Arrington, question on shipping. Since you have localized warehouses where the order ship from, would it be better to do FedEx home delivery? They deliver on a Saturday, which I like, and some holidays. We don't know. We only get choices given by the warehouse, what the warehouse provides. I don't know anything about FedEx home delivery. Never heard of it before. Chocks, why don't know to it and ask what that means to... Ask Sunny what that means. I don't know anything about it. Let's see what we can find about that. Kevin Bookbinder, can we get a blog post and a newsletter to save Shem Mue? Yeah, we can do that. Colin Matthew Walchick. Alex and Chocks want you all to bomb the Claymore TT and we'll link it in the comments. There it is. Rally the fans. Nana say, after your meeting with Bandai Namco, what is the fate of Ms. Pac-Man? Is the line confirmed done? It is done. What is going on with Fighter Cub in the UK? Is it being pushed back to the next shipment?
What's that? Did I say that?
I don't know. Is it, if it's on that, just look, if it's on that list, then it will be on that list. You should get rid of this shit. If it's delivered, get rid of it. EU is UK, Nightmare, Fighter Kobe, and Sip. If it's on that written there,
it's written there,
then it's there.
Yeah. I didn't get any word about...
It's still there, guys. James Beddington, what is the statue, what is the status of Sonic and Tails? Is the concept cleaner than it before? Will my wallet bleed? Your wallet will get decimated. Stuart Stephen Confi, Alex, when does the pre-orders go live? I can't see it just yet. It will be going live in about an hour. Nana say, we definitely would love to see the end to numbers. Every statue should be just one of X amount. I would personally love to see it. Interesting. Jacqueline T, that's answered your question, Chocks. Nana say says he doesn't care if you get rid of the numbers. But you're saying X of an amount. That's still an amount. We're saying no numbers whatsoever.
No
that's
numbers
different.
whatsoever, yeah.
You're saying of an amount. That's still a number. If you say as an X is an amount of 100, you know that that figure is worth it's a smaller amount, and therefore you put a rarity against that. If we say 0 numbers and no information on how many are made, would you be up for that? Very much how like Blizzard does
zero
theirs.
numbers means no authenticating that statue for the same number of next statue. Literally.
As in unlimited sizes that keep on going for years and years and years and years. That's what we're talking about.
Well, it can still be limited. I mean, there's still be
there's two different questions to that then.
Two different.
Because if you look at Blizzard stuff, they don't limit it. It keeps on going, and then there's more orders and reruns and runs and runs and runs. It keeps on going.
It's a bit like vinyl sometimes. They do a batch.
Oh, so what we're doing?
Batch, sell that off.
That's what we're doing for the vinyls. Desmond Lau. As an Australian whose shipping price is over the roof, have you ever considered holding a warehouse in China and allowing customers to hold off the shipment to a certain amount of product and shipping them all at once? That doesn't make any difference. It's all EMS and it's all done by one for the packaging. There's a lot of, we try to crack this Australian thing, but it involves like setting up companies and stuff like that to try and get it into be the importer record. It's kind of difficult right now. We're still looking into it, but it's not as easy as in Canada. Marc-Andre Duchamp. There are 3 polls for Darksiders. One is the TT, one is death, and one is war. And is there a poll with more important one, or should I rally my people on all of them? I need to look into that a bit more. I haven't really had a chance to sit down and sort of really look into that.
Did we skip? Did we skip Jacqueline?
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, sorry, you're right.
You did?
Yeah, Jacqueline TD.
Sorry, no need to shout.
I got sidetracked about because I was saying that
the numbers thing.
Things. Yeah. Are you guys ever going to polish up the F4F site that properly show all the edition sizes? Oh, have we not shown that yet?
So come again.
I guess we haven't shown the edition sizes.
Are you guys ever going to polish up the F4F site to probably show
the answer is absolutely yes. We always will show the edition size, and we will get that done. I've also asked them recently if we have any items that are sold out to put them in the legacy, so we can also just get the edition sizes added to them if we haven't done that.
Yeah. All right.
Salmon Scrab, when will you finish the Metroid line? Is there anything in the works missing the MP3 ship? You mean the one that's in the vault? RTF. Austin Paul, you should both try to cosplay as characters getting a 2-week period opening in a small way. I like to see Alex in a Metal Gear headband. It's a good point. One of the things that we were thinking of doing is, well, you'll see when I do it. Sean Spell, what is up, Alex and Chocks? How you guys doing? Very well, thank you. Back at it again with those Metroid questions. Is Meta really going to be a part of a new line of bosses or just a one-time thing? Haven't had a chance to think about that. Will it be cool to see the Metroid Prime creatures or Dark Summers? If he's part of a line, it would be different scales. Ridley in scale with the OG Dark Samus will be 1/4. Good questions. Haven't really had a chance to think about that. Now, Schumacher. Hi, Alex. Are you still trying to figure out what's going on with Earthworm Jim license? Maybe cheaper than expected with the Shovel Knight, or do we have to wait 2 years until the TT gets 750? But yeah, the TT number wasn't high enough. But also, when I was looking at it back before we had TTs, I couldn't find out who it was. Oh, simple. Can I have a pineapple? Only on a pizza, says Derek. Michael Pilot. Hi, Alex and Chocks. How you doing? Very well, thank you. How is the painting stage for Alphonse coming along? Looking very, very tight. When can we expect to see some of it? Not until the licensor approves it. You mentioned a few weeks back that you wanted to show them at NYCC, but the licensor asked for some changes. What were those changes? Some physical changes. We'll talk about that on the actual documentary. What's up?
No, just back to Desmond now. He's on the stream. I was talking more about holding customers' products so you can ship one person's products, or at the same time. I personally have ordered both Sif and Soler and don't mind waiting until they're all together.
But what's the point in doing that?
I know what you mean. I've seen some online retailers where, let's say, you're pre-ordering 5 different PVC figures or whatever, and they're all released at the same time. There's like services where you can have them. You have your own little container, like your own little loot crate, whatever you call it, and then basically you just keep putting that item in that box. So it's like combined shipping, and then you save that shipping in one. You just pay one shipping in one go rather than when it's released, I'll ship it out. But that's a lot of storage fees and.
Well, I mean, there's that as well, but also it means that, we've been doing it through EMS. I don't know what that service is that sort of like takes, because the size of these boxes is not like it's one box and it's just like putting small PVCs in it and then consolidating that shipping. It's not like that. For EMS, we're already going past the.
I've seen some companies do it, but a lot of time these companies just want to get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna power on through these because we've got some stuff to do.
Yes. Power on. It's almost done.
Yeah, I know. It's the same. Nana say, as Kiryu combat pack essentially 2 separate sculpts, couldn't Phoenix Wright post lawyer penis outfit be considered? I would happily purchase both of them already. I wouldn't be too happy about it later on, as it would take a spot of another potential Ace Attorney character. Good question, and the answer is, we're already at the physical stage. I wouldn't really sort of go back to the drawing board and redo it. For whatchamacallit? For
called Power of Loot. Yeah, Phoenix. I remember that.
Phoenix Wright. Austin Paul. Tatsumaki from One Punch Man, possible, impossible, all statue characters were male characters RTF. You know, Saitama didn't set the world on fire. Let's see how Genesis goes, and then we can worry about more things on that. If there are no more discount codes, why is that option available on the site? Is there? Oh, maybe we'll do that in the future, who knows. The discount codes thing, it was like replaced by points, and I think it's just the extension in the system is basically just says it's just that. Mohit, by the time you read this, I will be on the way to Tanya. I want to say thank you for the awesome statues and sharing our passion for video games and collecting. FRF is love, FRF is life, FRF will make Kiryu statue, which I'm going to buy. Bad rhyme, I know. Much appreciated for your support, and welcome back to the club. Any news on the Samurai Jack line? Never change, Austin. Never change. No news. Tristan Tisdale. Do we have any plans for the 20th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time? No plans. I mean, any thoughts of a Fierce 80 Link version 2? Yes, there were thoughts. Many thoughts. Wild, wild thoughts. Shane Gorsk. 2018 is the 20th anniversary of Ocarina of Time. The answer is, maybe. I can talk to them about it. I'm seeing them in May. Joshua Harmon, I'm curious what the rationale is deciding to do something like Mimic before more iconic and popular characters from the Dark Souls like the Onion Knight and Seath and Gwyn. It was top of the NPC list. Why not? Throw it in there. Any news on EU OPM? Yeah, it's been delivering, or it's in the delivering process. Michael Pilote, getting back to my first question, who's the actual licensor for FMA? I'll go visit them, pay them a visit. They've got fans waiting. With all licensing for anime, it's actually quite complicated. It's manga licensing, the TV show, and then there's an overall committee as well. So it's quite a bit more complicated. And the answer to that is indeed. That is this week's Q&A done.
Yay! A lot of questions this week.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about we have time for who that, and then we've got to show Ornstein, and then we've got to. It's a late one tonight.
There's so much stuff I need to do after that anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Late one tonight. Hey Greg, thanks for joining. Hey Sam. The guys that's just joined this week's hashtag F4F horny. Did I say horny? F4F horny. Where's my Red Bull? I should have bought 3 cans. I only got 1 can left.
Really?
Yeah. It's not going to last me all night.
No, it's not.
What are you doing?
Who dat?
Who dat? Who dat? And then I might as well do a quick shout out first before you who dat. So I just want to give a shout out to Collectorverse again. They will be doing a live stream this Sunday for the Collectorverse Awards. They'll be announcing lots of different awards. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but it's going to be live. So please support their channel and just see who's going to win. And there will be the Bowser statue giveaway there. So maybe you are a winner. If you're a winner, do let us know in the club and be interested. I'll be joining the stream just to catch up on things and see how it goes. Maybe we can learn a thing or two in their stream, but if we don't win, Yeah, what would happen if we don't win?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Guys, hit test, please. It's now time for who that. Make sure that
They're already doing it.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, doing testing already.
Remember, guys, it's whatever appears on our side is all we can go with.
Come on, just select one.
Yeah, all right. Which one do you think? Just like generic as hell.
Yeah, what keyword did you use? It's just random.
Let's do that.
Who was that?
It's from. Definitely. You know
Oh
that.
my god, that's gonna be tough.
Well, I never said it was going to be easy.
It's gonna be tough, guys.
It's tough.
And it's not a hint.
I don't think it's actually
Is
that
that
tough.
is that the right? I know the
Yeah. It's the name of the
character.
Wow. It kind of you'll see. It kind of a little bit hard to say that, but we'll see. All right, here we go, guys. In 3, 2, I'm gonna do this week's TT. 2 lucky winners for a chance to go on the line. Here we go. Who dat? Let us know in the comments. Who dat?
You said this week's TT.
I mean, this week's who dat?
For a chance to win up to 8,000 reward points.
Let us know in the comments. First 2 guys. Who dat?
2 winners.
Who dat?
For a potential 16,000 reward points. Oh my god. And last week we finally had a winner. It's been a long while. Last week was Junior Guzman, walked away with 2,000 points.
Keep an eye on that. No winners so far. Who dat? Oh, who dat? We already have a winner. Keep going, guys. All right, we have 2 winners.
That was quick.
That was. See, you thought it was gonna be really hard. It is indeed Spore. Bada bing, bada boom. And that is. Wow.
Is it
Patrick?
And
then Jacqueline. Patrick and Jacqueline. You are up and in the hot seat. For this week's Who Dat?
Huh?
Basically, like, swords.
Oh, really?
Fuck yes. So,
What have you been doing?
talking for 3 hours straight. All right, guys. Well done. We have Patrick and Jacqueline Teely. For a chance is a for a chance. Here we go. It's 50-50 for a chance to win 500. No, yeah, 500 reward points. Get on the board.
Who goes first? Patrick goes first.
Patrick, is the coin in hand number 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a chance to win 500 reward points?
Chance to win some easy money, as
Easy
he
money.
says.
Easy money. Good luck, Patrick. Remember, you have... Yeah, just to get on the board, 500 reward points. Just let us know. First comment for that. Brenton says 3. What are you guys saying? Eleanor says number 2. Will you listen to them or will you go your own way? Chance to win 500 reward points. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Can you see? Rolly. He has made his choice. He's gone for number 2. If you'd chosen number 1, you would have been correct. If you chosen number 3, you would have been correct. But no, you went for 50-50 and you went for number 2. In 3, 2, 1, boom! Congratulations, is it number 2?
Easy peasy.
Are a 500 reward point winner. It is now time to do reward points for number 3. Now, here we go. For a chance to win 1,000 reward points, a 66% chance.
That's right.
Would you like to go for hand number 1, 2, or 3? You can walk away with 500 reward points. Just let us know in the comments. But let us know what you would have gone for had you gone for it. Or will you keep on playing? Will you walk away? There's no shame in 500.
Yeah, no shame in 500.
James says 3. Colin says 2. Let us know. Brenton says 2. Antonio says testing. Unfortunately, it's a bit late for that.
Can you see? Can you see?
Shane says 1. John says 3. Patrick says 3. He's
1.
gone for number 1. Okay, if you had chosen number 2, you would have been sitting there with 1,000 war points. But no, you decided to make it hard and go for a 50-50. You went for 1 in 3, 2, 1. Oh, D9!
I am back on form.
Oh, D9! Bada bing, bada boom. Sorry about that, Patrick. You walk away with absolutely bupkiss. Thanks for being a good sport.
Yeah, thank you.
It looks like that is done. Jacqueline, you are up. Wish you all the best and the chance to get that. For a chance to win 500 war points, get on the board. Here it is. 75% chance. Is it hand number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? For a chance to win 500 war points, let us know in the comments.
Come on, Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, 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 Jacqueline. Eleanor's like wrecked. Jacqueline, Jacqueline. I'm nervous. Oh. Martin says 1. 2. Brendan says 2. She's gone for number 1. If you had gone for number 2, you would have got yourself 500 war points. If you'd gone for number 4, you would have got yourself 500 war points. But no, you decided to go for number 1. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Congratulations, Jacqueline. You now have got 500 war points to your name. For a chance to win 1,000 war points, you now have a 66% chance. You have to go for hand number 1, 2, or 3 for a chance to win 1,000 war points. Let us know in the comments. Yep. You can walk away with it. You went 500 war points.
You passed the first round, so hopefully that calmed your nerves.
If not, and you want to go, if you want to walk away with it, you can walk away. But let us know what you would have gone for. 66% chance. 1, 2, or 3, and let us know in the comments.
You could walk away or follow Patrick's footstep. Bye.
Brenton says 2. Andrew says 2. Martin says 2. A lot of people. Oh, she said 1 before. She's going for 1.
That was the one LOL before. Yeah, she gets
Dean says 3. Jacqueline is still thinking. Good luck with that.
Jacqueline, 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 Jacqueline.
3
That's a lot of shout-outs, Jacqueline. Hurry up.
It's not like we have a launch to go and do.
There's a lot of Dark Souls fans waiting for you.
Antonio said number 4. 3 p.m. says number 2. Jacqueline, where you at? Don't make yourself a cup of tea right now.
Yes.
Patrick says 2. Courtney says 1. Do we have a decision by JT?
By Tuesday. Jacqueline, 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 Jacqueline. Woo! Jacqueline.
Still waiting for an answer, Jacqueline. I went for number 1 again. Oh, okay. All right, there you go. All right, cool. All right, here we go. If you chosen number 2, you would have been there with 500 or 1,000 war points. You went for number 1. 3, 2, 1, boom!
Ooh.
1,000 war points.
1,000.
Well, you go for 2,000. Here we go. It's a 50-50 chance. We have here a flower or a number. 50-50. Let us know in the comments. Will you be going for flower?
Chance to win
or number. 1,000 war points. Let us know.
Or you can walk away. Go for 2,000 points.
Will you walk away with 1,000? Will you go for 2? Let us know in the comments. Yes. Flower or number.
Your messages are coming through. We can read them.
Sometimes they don't come up.
Oh, sometimes they don't. All right.
So let us know. Will you go for it? If you don't go for it, just let us know what you would have gone for.
Yeah.
Brenton says number.
Flower.
Eleanor says number T.
Or number.
Martin says flower.
Yeah. Ladies like the flower.
She's cashing out. Let us know what you would have gone for, Jacqueline. Let us know what you would have gone for had you gone for this. She would have gone for the flower. In 3, 2, 1, you would have been sitting there with 2,000 reward points. But you cashed your 1G. Congratulations. We have a winner. And how did we do last week? 2 winners from 1 week, first week, and this week. So one winner at a time.
Last week was 1 a week.
Guys, we are going to now do the Ornstein preview. We have a video for you right now. Please, will you join us and spreading out the information?
Share it out. Share the stream now, guys.
I'm just gonna quickly.
Thank you for your patience. Hopefully we can. Hopefully, what? Oh, hurry up! Hopefully we can get over 200 viewers, so we can select another winner for this week's hashtag. So right now we're sitting on 3 winners. Hopefully we can get over 200 views. What? Hurry up! Oh, just use mine. Just use mine. You've got my upstairs key as well. Don't lose that. Yeah, so guys, please do shout out to Dark Souls groups, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls Danglangs, Dark Souls Bloodborne, everything. This is going to be a really cool, funky, hype video, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And yeah, looking forward to it. So just got to wait for Alex to come back. And then, of course, after the stream ends, we're going to post the usual stuff. We're going to update the Facebook main page and the Collectors Club group photos. Then we're going to make a post on the main page. And do make sure you click on the image on that main post, because in there it'll have lots of information and something different, something new that we normally don't do. So if you're a Dark Souls fan, make sure you click on that photo. Thank you, Alex, for posting it on Statue Forum. Somebody posted it in Sideshow Freaks as well, because we do hang out in some of the forums as well. So we're kind of old school in that area. So we do check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You alright? Did you wash your hands?
I did.
So Alex posted it in Statue Forum, you know, like spreading the word out.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, much appreciate that.
Alright, I know he's a Statue Forum OG.
Yeah.
Alright guys, here we go. 194, keep an eye on that, Chocks, in case it tickles over.
Actually, can I see it?
What?
When the video plays, that thing would be gone, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the setup of all of that sort of stuff, because I'm just sort of...
Oh.
99, 98...
Just a couple more viewers, guys.
I gotta set this up.
So it's like 4 winners. This is the moment, Jacqueline. That's right. The Dang Slayer.
Wait, was it 201 we got?
201. 201.
Oh, denied. 199.
201.
We're gonna wait for this.
Thank you.
Oh, 201. There we go.
Right, cool. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for sharing.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Wolf. Thank you, Antonio, Laura, Carol. Carol Woodin's the winner. Is she a winner?
Yeah, she won this last week.
Yeah.
Remember this? The sister.
Oh yeah, there's a mummy in it. Mummy. Sorry, sorry, that sounds a bit... Apologies. Yeah. That sounds a bit too rude there. Yeah.
Media source.
Oh, sorry.
Is that right?
No, it's 5 winners. 5 winners, sorry. Not 4 winners. 5 winners to be chosen. It's been a long time we've had to choose that amount of winners, which is good.
I think it's this. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work.
It will work. It will work. It will work.
Browse. Quick access. Public.
Nice one. Shared in Sideshow Freaks as well.
Shared videos.
Yeah. I do drop in there sometimes.
Shared videos. Ornstein.
So I was just telling the guys that, you know, after the stream we'll be posting, you know, click on the main blog on the main page. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for joining, Kieran. Thanks for joining, Nicholas. We are about to show the Ornstein hype video.
I'm just moving this across. Hold on, I'm just transitioning onto this.
And after the stream, make sure that you check out our main page, because we will post the documentary as well. So we go through a lot of questions that you guys gave us. Oh.
You know, I know.
Oh.
No, I know that. It's just that I can't seem to like set it up correctly. I'm gonna have to move it across. I just switched it across. Hold on, just go back over here. Okay, I can't really set it up properly.
Come on,
but it's just gonna play. But the location on it's gonna be above it and all that stuff. It doesn't make a difference.
Right? Guys, just be aware of the volume as well. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know how loud it is. or how quiet it is. So just be wary on that, and just have your finger on the volume button.
All right,
volume
guys.
dial.
It is time to do it. We will see you on the other side.
Yeah.
Refresh that because clearly there was some things missing in terms of the comments.
Yes.
Dragon Slayer Ornstein.
There you go, guys.
Let's check out the comments.
Crotch shot. Right, we are now going to pop the lights off, Chocks, and we are going to show you and bring the camera over. We got Ornstein in the house, so Chocks, hit those lights. I can't see you on this side. We're gonna go pick up the. You hit the lights, and I'll yeah. So Chocks, you go in front of the computer and tell me if there's any things that they want to see and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll it's alright. I'll check the comments.
Yeah, okay.
Just make sure you don't review any. Oh, what were you pointing the camera in the office for?
What? You no one can see anything. I'm gonna close the door then, innit?
Oh my god!
Jesus!
Don't point things in the office.
Hold
What are you doing?
I can't see. Hold that first.
I'm holding it. Yeah.
Being caught up and stuff.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't change it because
Why?
It's not on the extension anymore, Jim, because of the jerking stuff. We're gonna have to redo the thing again. No wonder it wasn't working. I was like, oh, it's not working. Where's the extension thing?
I can't see it in the dark. Alright, guys, we're making a boo boo now. We're doing some engineering work right now. We are extending the USB cable so we can take the camera to closer to Ornstein.
I've turned off the thingy bob right now.
Yeah,
I'm in the camera.
they can't see us, right?
Yeah. I need to go back over here and click it back on. Hold on.
But they can hear us.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Yeah. So guys, don't worry, you haven't lost the connection. We are still live. Right now the.
Should be able to see your hand now if this works. If I got this working right.
Right now we are in a dark room.
What?
And this is really hard to see. Marvelous Statue says, rewind the video. Maybe there was something there.
Deactivate. Activate.
I'm not Batman. I can't see in the dark. Hey, Alessio Bucci. Thanks for joining us. You are at the right moment to check out Ornstein in the dark.
Can they still hear us, yeah?
I believe they can hear us. Can you guys hear us? They can't see us, but they can hear us. We are still here, guys. this whiteness looks like you're going through.
Come on, Bennett.
No, don't take it easy.
Deactivate, activate. Seems like it's not.
Do you need a flashlight?
No, just the USB is not. Let me just pop it out and then put it back in.
You see it again? You see it?
Yeah.
Will that help?
Yeah, okay. Let me just pull this out. Oh, I think I know why. I know why.
Why?
Because I had to put it back in.
Oh.
Just plug it in the thingy box, but not.
Yeah. There they can hear us. They can still hear us.
Okay, it should be okay now. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me check it.
All right. Just make sure you activate the device.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go close that. It should work now.
This is that whiteness that you see, guys, on the screen is like going through that portal door, isn't it? And then you go through the portal door, and then there you see Ornstein jumping down from the balcony.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ah.
Appreciate it. All right. Sorry about that, guys.
Thanks for the patience, guys. Do you want me to help with that?
No, it's cool. Let's do it like that.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right,
ready,
go,
guys? All right, slowly with the camera because that is very sensitive. So
All
just
right, I'm
just hold it
Look
slowly.
at it. Is it, look at that side over there.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah,
Look at like.
I can see the
okay.
reflection.
Oh, okay, all right. Can you still see the reflection? Yeah. Is there a lot of reflection?
There's a lot of reflection. You can see.
This
see
way's probably
me.
better, yeah. You can't see reflection like that.
Yeah, that's right. You can't see reflection like that. So there you go, guys. Fixed. That's right, Alex Walker.
Is it picking up in the dark?
Yeah, it's picking up. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can see the lights. Maybe that might help if I, like, if you like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you want to hold? Yeah. You hold the flashlight. Ah, guys, do let us know. Where do you want Alex to point the camera at? Obviously, it's going to be concentrating on Ornstein. So let's start from the top of the head, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, it's picking up. Just to go gently with the camera because it can be stuttery if you move it too quick. Yeah, because I want to check out some of the comments as well. You know, slowly. So just point at the head. So there you go, guys. Do you guys recognize that lion head, Ornstein? Alright, so yeah, zooming in a little bit. So obviously this is a webcam, so you won't be able to pick up all the details. The documentary is going to be in full 4K, so you should be able to see all the details in the documentary later on.
So some of the chainmail.
That's right, that's some of the chainmail. It has a bit of grey and silver and red to it. There's tons and tons of layers in the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See some of the layer work.
You can see the weathering, the detail, the scratches on the armor. Oh, you really need a steady cam. Yeah.
A gimbal, yeah.
Yes. And thanks for joining Iden Wood.
Some of the feet.
Yeah. Are you showing the feet? Yeah. Yeah, showing the feet, and then you can see the base. Look at the base on that. Look at the details. So you guys remember? You guys recognize that base? Where's it from?
If they got to that stage.
Yeah.
You see the red of the cloak on the inside.
Yep.
And then you see it's still there on the hands. It's got that red colour there. It's all the cloth on the inside. It's got that red effect.
Yep. The inner chainmail. You can see that through his armpits as well.
Yeah. Again with the. Now we talked a little bit about the light in the documentary. The light is done. If you see the way the exclusive light has been done. Hey, Chocks, stay there for a second. We've used a wire that goes all the way through the electricity, and unfortunately it's not very, very bright, but the difference for having this brightness being reduced is allowing you to have that constant movement of the light going, I mean not movement, what I mean by that is having the constant light up effect, whereas if you use LEDs, you're going to have a dot, 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 dot going through it all, and it sort of takes away from the effect. So we wanted to have the effect be very, very smooth with the lightning effect. And of course, as you guys know, can you hear me by the way? I'm sure they can, yeah?
I believe so.
Yeah. As you guys know from the game, he uses obviously the lightning spear as part of it, charges up. And there is obviously this is the always on mode, and round
You
the
see
back,
that, guys?
there is
Pay attention to this part.
This is the flickering mode. Now I can definitely say in the video it looks like it's pulsing really slowly, but actually it's kind of flickering really, really quickly, and it's the speed of the FPS of the frames per second of the webcam that basically can't pick that up. In real life, it's flickering very, very quickly, and I think in the video we show that. Okay.
That's right, guys. So if you in the hype video, it does mention that the exclusive comes with 2 spears. So you know, you can always have with the lightning or without the lightning. And as Alex just mentioned, there's always a always on option.
Yeah.
And there's another option with the flickering option.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I'm going to give this back to you. I'm going to turn on the lights so we can see it in the turn off the light. There you go. I'm going to turn on the lights.
All right.
I'll still take that over.
Oh, okay.
Just so you can now sort of
All right,
see
just watch it.
See it in the so have a better look in the data. And of course, this is just the webcam, guys. There's lovely high resolution images on the website when we get around to it, and there's going to be lots of the documentaries in 4K, etc., etc. But you can get an idea of the sort of details on this.
Yeah, some of the concerns and the questions, guys. Yes, there is a reason why the lightning effects looks the way it looks now. Engineering wise, it's a pain, but we will explain that in the documentary as well.
Which part?
The lightning, like not enough smaller parts. It looks, you know, like chunky, right?
Oh, well, you get the light going all the way through it.
Yeah. The whole the statue will be charged. It is USB powered.
Yeah.
There will be a rechargeable removable battery in there.
And you can see, yeah, it's got a nice height to it. All right, Chocks. Any more questions before I bring it back and we start talking about the pricing?
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right, cool.
No, you can scroll back and see any questions that you want to answer.
You all right?
Yep. All right. Any questions?
Well, there's loads. You just have to scroll back.
I think the effect is less orangey, yellow. Maybe it's coming up, guys. I think you need to wait until you see it in the actual video.
The documentary video.
Yeah. All right, cool. Right, it is time to talk about the pricing.
All right. You guys ready? Are you ready?
Are you going to do your thingy first, yeah?
How much is a cup of coffee?
I don't know, in the US. What did we had last time? Guys,
$4.
Was it
for
$4?
$4 for a cup of coffee.
All right, then.
$4 for a cup of coffee.
Before we talk about the price, guys, for this one, as always, there will be flexi payment plans up to 1 year, 12 months. All that information will be posted on the product description page as well. So make sure you check the additional information tab on that product description page. It'll break down all the payment options.
Right, and the exclusive version comes with the additional spear.
Right.
And the regular version doesn't come with the lightning. Obviously, you can see that. So the exclusive version comes with 2. It also comes with an art print.
Yeah.
Which is, looking very.
That should be shown on the documentary, I believe.
It will be shown on the documentary.
So the art print will be shown in the documentary.
It looks really, really nice, guys. Yeah.
Just a breakdown. So the regular version will be just the statue on its own and the spear without the lightning parts, no lights.
Yeah.
The exclusive version will be basically the exact same as the regular one, but an additional arm with the spear, with the lightning effects, and comes with the lights.
Yeah. So there's absolutely. So the prices that we've got here, 750, 800, 850, etc., etc. Yeah, but the art prints are really starting to now that you've got Sif's art print, and now that's out in the wild, and you've got Artorias' one, and then they start becoming a nice little range, all the same size, style, all that sort of stuff.
Guys, unfortunately, there will be no ring with this one. I just want to get that out of the way, because a lot of people have been saying, where's the ring, where's the ring? It's like, hey, when we said rings, it's not going to be a ring for every single Dark Souls character. It's like, hey, Sif
was a bargain, and it was...
I think we went a little bit overboard. We were a little bit crazy on that.
And it
kind of backfired, and that's why we had a lot of delays with Sif. But, hey, we're keeping options open. You know, it's not the end of it, you know, when we have a little bit more experience.
Yeah. All right. Let us talk about the price. After you take away the NRD, right, which will, as soon as we say the NRD, people know what it's going to cost, right? But as soon as you take away the NRD, if you go on the 12-month plan, who is the quickest person to figure this out? But basically, for less than 12 cups of coffee a month for 12 months, Orny can be yours. For less than 12 cups of coffee a month, after the NRD has been taken away, Orny can be yours. The price is $600. $600 for the regular, $600 for the exclusive. 600 minus 60 for the NRD. Today, the NRD for this week is for $60. If you go on the 12-month plan, you divide that by $4. Divide that by 12, $4 for the thing, equals 11.25. So the total is $600. We pushed it down as much as we could. Pushed it down as much as we could. $600.
$599.99 for the regular.
99.
$599.99 for the exclusive. So guys, have a think about it, because have a look at the documentary, have a look at the hype video. Think about it. $599.99 for both of those items. You can see what comes with the exclusive. It comes with the additional arm with the lightning parts, with LEDs, LED effects as well, and then an extra art print.
And when you see Artorias and Ornstein and Sombro together next to each other in the documentary, it's really quite a nice moment.
It's a nice
moment, yeah, for sure. We try our best. We always want to be known as much as we can to be value for money. Whatever we do, we always try our best to do that. So, you know, as we said, it's $599. We wanted to do the best we could, and we took that into account when we did it. Of course,
we took that into account from day one when we started Artorias.
Well, of course, if you were looking at the factory cost, it should be higher by general stuff. We wanted to take that in consideration for the overall line, and we want people to collect the entire line. So $599.99. Hopefully, you guys are okay with that, and we will be.
Just to like disclaimer, whatever you want to call it. As always, these counter samples, we always try and improve on those counter samples. Those little fine tweaks that we always do. What you see with the light effects in this video and in the documentary, we are definitely going to improve that quality-wise. You might see some cutout lines or some glue marks or whatever it is, because that is still being made, and when the final production piece comes out, that's going to be all smoothed out. There will be no like gaps or anything like that, because we'll be using a much more better material and process to make those special effects attached to that spear.
Yeah, I think that's going to be PVC. We need to check on that for that bit. Maybe ABS. There might still be a line, but it could be sonic welded together.
Because we've got to consider the weight of it as well. We don't want that spear drooping over time.
But there is fundamental difficulties of getting that done in resin. You can see it like that, and it can get squashed like that. So yeah, in any case, we will always improve where we can and let you guys know throughout the process on that.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys like that. Chocks, we have what are the dates and all the times and all that sort of good stuff.
Right, so guys, so after the stream, once we've done all the posts on the main page, etc., the reservation period will start tonight up until Tuesday 10 p.m. and then we'll stop that
for 1 hour.
For 1 hour, where we have the stream ongoing at the same time from 10 p.m. Tuesday. All the times and all that stuff will be posted on the website and as well as a newsletter. And then the pre-order validation will start on that Tuesday 11 p.m.
Right.
And it will open until the 26th of January. So you got a whole 2 full weeks there to place your order. If you validate on day 1, you will get extra goodies like the additional signature card, holographic sticker, and additional reward points.
David Cotter, you can order right after the stream.
Yeah. And if you want a chance to get a low number, or if you want to validate for the day 1 edition, make sure you come back on Tuesday. And then we'll talk about Last Chance Weekend a little bit later on, because that's in February.
You can worry about that later.
We'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
So pre-orders open up for 2 weeks from the 16th. Well, tonight. Validation from the 16th, and then pre-orders open until the 26th of January.
Colin, it's just for Guts is not ready yet, and we don't want to do too many pre-orders right after each other. So
and guys, if you're still unsure, we will make some posts on the main page and share that in the club. There will be an FAQ on how to pre-order, how to validate. That will be pinned in the club as well. So make sure you check that out, read that out, understand the whole system.
Jacqueline, if you've got RT 956 validated, registered, it doesn't matter if you've got that registered. If you didn't pick up Sif and you didn't bring up Solaire, Sombro, you don't have rights to Ornstein 956, just for your reference, just in case you didn't know that. And then of course in those scenarios you get the lowest number available. Yep. So yeah, basically we will be back at it again on Tuesday. There's going to be 2 giveaways. Chocks, hit it.
Yeah. So as Alex was saying, after the stream we will make a post on the main page. Make sure you click on that image, because it will take you to another page which will explain everything what I've just said. FAQ, what's the wait list, how to pre-order, and then you get 2 statue giveaways. One of them.
That's right, Philippe. 2 weapons, one with and without the lightning spear. Sorry, I do apologize.
Right, there'll be 2 statue giveaways. One of them is just really straightforward. You click onto that link, it will take you to a form, enter your information. And the second giveaway is something a little bit different than usual. We have created a nice little video avatar or a picture. The rules are really simple. Basically, we would hope you would download that video, update your Facebook profile pic, and then just follow the steps which is highlighted in that in the article, and then there'll be another statue giveaway there. So there's 2 statue giveaways for Ornstein, and both of them will be exclusive editions.
Great. PP is asking if you choose a 12-month plan, we don't care about plans anymore. In terms of what we used to do is we used to try and make when we did the plan that we would coincide the shipment with the end of the plan. We don't care about that anymore. We will release it when we release it. I.e., we hope to try and get pre-orders done within 9 to 10 months, basically, whenever it's ready, if we can. If you are on a 12-month plan, you might as well go with that or whatever it is. And then when it comes to the time when it's starting to release, you can then remove your plan and pay the balance at the time. So that's how you should consider about the plans. You always have the option to remove the plan if it arrives in the warehouse before you finished your plan. You can remove it and opt to pay it all off and then get your product at the same time as everybody else, just for your reference on that.
As well, that don't help me decide what FlexiPay to choose. I still don't understand.
Well, indeed, as I said, you might as well, if you're worried about monthly payments, you go for the longest one. and then you can always remove the option later. And if you can't afford to remove the option later, you can keep it at the lower price plan. So I suggest going for the longer one.
No, Shane, there's no discount for paying in full compared to a payment plan.
No, we're not.
We're just trying to offer a long payment plan for you guys to take.
Cool. We're gonna start going so you guys can order.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So be prepared. Check out that documentary, 1 hour long, discussing that, the hype video, all that sort of good stuff. We will be doing links to all of that, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. All right, Chocks. I believe that's it. Anything you want to add before we go?
Wow, there's a lot of
Stuff we got to
post work we have to do after that. Yeah, update the website and all that stuff.
And don't forget also last chance weekend for Shovel Knight. 189 people at the close of this. We will open up the. What I will do is I'll say within 20 to 30 minutes because I'm gonna take the time to open up the order first. Does that make sense? Yeah, because there's no chance you can whatchamacallit? You can order in any time at your leisure for the Orny, right?
Sure.
So I'll order up the order from Orny, then I'll do the feeding frenzy.
Yeah.
All right, Chocks, that's another one done.
All right.
We will be back at it again on Tuesday for Validation Tuesdays. We'll see you then. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Chockles.
F4F is love.
F4F is life.
And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Later.
Thanks, guys. We really appreciate you hanging out with us. Cheers.
Come on, DS fans.
Let's go. Let's do it.